3DO.
New World Computing, what a beautiful company. Sadly, it bankrupted, which is actually one of the things I don't really understand. They were putting out successful game one after another, and then they just kind of didn't have money, which is strange because I don't even know that they would be working on like 5 or 10 or 15 different projects at the same time. Anyway, hey there everyone, this is Guest 273. Somehow I got very philosophical there in the intro. I didn't expect that, it's just kind of like what came to my mind. Anyway, I'll check the audio quality as I'm a one-man show and I actually haven't done anything streaming-wise for the whole week, so I gotta check if I sound at the same time. Anyway, hey there everyone, this is Guest 273. So, yep, I do sound like myself and that is fine. Today, since it's Saturday and since I'm streaming, well, relatively late in the day, or starting to stream relatively late in the day, we will be playing just regular Shadow of Death single-player scenario map. I did have something more interesting planned, but I'm like, what if that map takes like 8, 9, 10 hours to complete, and I don't want to be playing like past midnight, or well, just a little bit past midnight, and it's like already 4:30 o'clock where I am at the moment, like 4 p.m. for the American crew. Which is actually a pretty interesting phenomena in Heroes sphere. There are actually quite a lot of US players, or at least US watchers, less US players that I know of. And hold up, I'm looking for a map that should be, there it is, Resource War. And yeah, so in this map we can play either as a fortress, a dungeon, a tower, a stronghold, a rampart, or an inferno. And I was like, you know what, I haven't done an inferno game in a very long time, and also apparently the inferno is missing somebody, so I guess that was the other reason why I chose to play as them, or well, to start with Calid at the very least. And yeah, today's map is going to be a resource war, so of course we have to take the one and only, the resource generating man. Hey Novasol, how are you doing? Aren't you from the US, Novasol? Or is that like some theory I kind of spawned out of existence just a second ago? Alright, through a fluke of nature, the resources of this land are concentrated in many different areas. To avoid ruinous resource collection costs, you have allied yourself with a lord who has what you lack and lacks what you have. Have I now? This alliance has upset your former resource suppliers. There is also, hold up, like there is an allied version of this map. But yeah, as you can see, the text doesn't change. So I have an idea that they made this map firstly as a allied version of the map, and we're gonna be playing the single player version. So yeah, I'm not gonna have an ally, but apparently according to the lore, I have allied with myself with a lord who has what I lack and lacks what I have. This alliance has upset our resource suppliers, but I think Calid is going to be able to supply some sulfur for the Inferno, and I'm really hoping that we have the other, like 2 other resources, for example, let's say gems and mercury available. Then we could actually build up into the freeze with no problems, since Calid is going to be generating the sulfur. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So, I'm fine, just a little sleepy, and I'm leaving for work. Oh, so you are in the US, right? I can't, nope, I'm a sexy Greek man. Okay, that makes sense. My man is off to the Museum of Sparta, reliving history. Okay, learning of a trade agreement between you and a neighboring lord, your former resource suppliers have declared war on you. Your neighbors, fearful of your new alliance, have also taken up arms. Fortunately, not all of your enemies are allied, and they have taken the opportunity to declare war on each other. Okay. As a gesture of goodwill, your ally builds a marketplace for you. Oh, cool. So we should have a... Huh? What do you... What do you mean my ally builds a marketplace for me? I don't think they did. I think you're lying to me. Anyway, yeah, Calid. What can you tell us about yourself? Calid is a pretty unique hero. He's the only Sulfur specialist in Heroes of Might and Magic 3, so he's highly coveted for that reason alone. He's useful for dungeon, he's useful for fortress. I'm trying to think if anybody else is using Sulfur, I don't think so. But yeah, he's useful for a few other towns, especially those that want to build high-level mage guilds and that may lack Sulfur for one or another reason. Wisdom and learning was buffed actually quite a while ago, but Calid has now become like a pretty decent main hero for hero formats because of, you know, his starting spell and the fact that learning is pretty good. So what can Calid tell us about, I guess, herself, I think? Yeah. Calid possesses an unusual, though useful, ability to sniff out hidden Sulfur deposits. The dungeon overlords have used her on several occasions when collecting Sulfur for their fearsome dragons. But I guess Calid is a Efreet, right? At least judging by the picture. So that's why Calid is an Inferno hero, not a dungeon hero. And yeah, our town looks pretty normal. We have a Marius and Xyron faction, a double start with the same faction hero. This can happen, but it's pretty unlikely. But it can happen, and it has happened. This is gonna be really good if we can actually find some gold. So I think we're gonna be doing this. So we're gonna walk around without any army, and actually the music is overpowering me, so I'll just like quickly turn it down a notch. Or two even. Actually one section would be enough for now. So yeah, I think we're gonna walk around using a hellhound so we would keep our maximum like map movement speed. And we will be walking to this treasure chest because it's the only like reasonable thing I do see. This kind of looks like a Cyclops stockpile, or am I crazy? Maybe. And let's explore little by little. Oh, some markets. A reasonably big treasure chest. And then I guess, let's explore to this side. Or is this our ore pit? This is our ore pit. I guess we have to go for it since we are very close to it. Yeah, sure. Okay. No roads, so it's pretty difficult actually checking, like judging where we should go. I think the sawmill is probably down here. If the orbit is up here, that would kind of make sense to me. And yeah, I guess we can't really build anything, and that's gonna be our turn, number 1. Now, usually I start with the less impactful bonus, and yeah, we should have checked who our opponents are through here. Coronius, Terek, Picodram. Oh yeah, wait, we already know their starting towns because everybody can only have one starting town. And yeah, so the town factions that we do remember. What was I saying before I kind of got... Oh yeah, I started with the least impactful bonus, but for the Inferno, Mercury is pretty good because you can get the Hall of Sins upgrade, and the Gogs become Magogs and they can target... Well, they can technically shoot up to, what is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 7 hexes, right? They can damage up to 7 hexes, so they can potentially 7-fold their damage if they hit 7 different creatures, but there's like, no one's gonna stand like in that formation ever, so usually you can hit at least 2 or 3. So it's still pretty good that you can double or triple your damage. I think we'll take the ore just because there's only a single ore pile. We will take this. There is a fight here, which could be useful to scout, so I would know if I can do this in the future, but I think maybe going here would be... are we gonna bring somebody here? There's like a fight, I mean... What's the chances that if we can do this fight, we can't do this fight? Probably not too big, so instead we'll scout actually in this direction. And these are actually mountains, so that's pretty sad for me. I think hidden behind the town. Should have probably checked. And I guess we are gonna grab the obelisk. This looks like grassland and not like Inferno terrain, so that's pretty unfortunate for me. And once again, we can't really build anything. So yeah, we will have to wait for the next turn. And then we will be able to buy out another hero. And then the question is, do we supply some army to Calid or not? I need to see if there's something worthwhile fighting. To fight. Okay, there is a fight here. I don't really care what they're regarding because they're easy to do. And I have to choose between Marius and Zarfax. Zarfax comes with 3 less imps, but he has a fireball. Does that make a difference? Oh, he can actually cast his, the ultimate artifact may be found on a grassy plain. I guess that is the Grail, the ultimate artifact. I guess we'll actually buy out Marius, and we will, as I said, take the entirety of the army. She will take the bow of the cherry wood, and she will give the units to Calid, as well as the artifact, even though he can't really use it at the moment. We'll leave it on a single Hellhound, and actually Calid will simply go forward. We'll see if we can take the army away. Kobolds for just a single pile of ore doesn't seem too exciting, and actually we have 2 war pits. So if we have no wood, we could be in a bit of a pickle. Followers. They are actually providing us with a tiny bit of gold income, right? There's no reason to fight them, besides, well, getting level 2. So that's that, I suppose. Could we go here and actually... Ooh. This pile of ore is blocking me from putting my troops in a mine. That is pretty unfortunate. Anyway, Marius will be heading here, trying to pick up this ore pile. Yeah, Calid will, I guess, do the best that he can, which is picking up this small ore pile. And actually it was a relatively big pile. We don't have a marketplace, so we need to find some wood. Otherwise we're just gonna be in a... and unable to build basically anything. Okay, some more ore. Pretty good. We can use Marius to scout out... Ooh, more kobolds. Interesting. Okay, beholders. That's probably the edge of my land. The edge of my biome. Yeah? Unless there's something down here. Gold mine. This looks like it's blocked off, actually. So, what I'm guessing is... we have 2 potentially small fights. Or we could try to break out of a biome, but we are not strong enough to do so. Okay, I think we should take the kobolds in the army at the moment, just because these guys are more likely to join because we are in Shadow of Death. And even though we don't have diplomacy, creatures are just like a little bit more likely to join. If you have their type, doesn't matter upgraded or unupgraded in the army. So let's do this, and we might have to fight. We do have to fight. That is quite fine with me as well. Alright, and yeah, because this is the Inferno terrain, we do have a little bit of speed boost with our units. And then we're gonna come closer. This could have actually reached... I think we'll hit here. Wait. I think we should hit, and boom. Okay, and... ooh. I know this is kind of a meme usually, taking estates on your main hero, but in Resource War we are going to be really poor, and Calid could speed level, this using his learning. Unironically, I think this fits the map very nicely. We're just going to take the estates. Then, Marius wants the slower troops, so Calid could actually go and check out the shrine. I don't think unless the shrine is a magic arrow, and even if this is magic arrow, we can't really do this. Like, if there's like more, even 20 beholders is quite a lot. We just need to... We need to get more units. Don't really think we can get another hero this week since we don't have a marketplace. So yeah, here we would need some sort of a boost from our units. Or maybe a hero level. So I guess we're just kind of forced to go up here and fight these 2 fights, whatever they are. Okay, Calid will get Bloodlust. That is not really the spell that you want to get, and we'll just check this. This is indeed blocked off. So this is really sad. And yeah, Calid, I guess you're just making your way here as far as you can. This is a really big pickle because... my income 780. We will be able to afford on day 7 either another Inferno hero, which is gonna be Zarfax, or we could afford a Town Hall and skip the Zarfax and then maybe opt into upgrading the Hold of Sins for the next week. I'll take away these guys. We don't want to lose them. They're providing 30 gold per turn, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in a week that's 200 gold. And then if the game goes on a month, it's like 800 extra gold, which is like a single pile. Which still doesn't sound like much, but I feel like it's good enough. Anyway, we'll give away the army to Calid once more. And he should be able to beat these dwarfs. And then let's hope the Scholar is something good. I would really pray for a learning Scholar. A Scholar that gives you a learning level up. As that could really advance our Calid quite a bit. Okay, we'll... I'll just position these a bit closer, and I guess... I think, well, I messed up a little bit. I should have put the 1 stacks a little bit forward, so we would have somebody to take the retaliations. But I guess this is kinda fine. And then what we can do is this. Right? And then, unless the dwarf morales, we're just gonna take the 1. And oops, well, same thing again, but... And now the Hellhounds can come in, and we're kind of trying to conserve the Hellhounds and we don't care too much about the imps. And just in case there's something to pick up here behind this fight, I guess Marius can go and do that. And yeah, we don't have like anything. I guess I could build more birthing pools, but we couldn't even afford to buy out both our tavern heroes. So, Marius, what is here? Oh, a gold pile. Hello, that's useful. Attack skill is kind of fine as well. So I guess we are fighting these gargoyles. They are relatively easy. This is a really good result actually. We want to see actually, okay, they're in one single pile. So perhaps I can do better. I would have to move the Hellhound in the first turn to try to preserve him, right? I could also try to haste. We don't have a mage guild, so actually preserving mana a little bit is a thing I should be trying to do. And I think we might actually have a better result than the AI. So yeah, better result than the AI. And then, do we want to go into a fire magic as our first school of magic or not? I think we would rather keep leveling up the things the secondary skills we already have. We'll take the gold pile, and Marius can actually do this, for example, so Calid would be a little bit faster in the next turn. I could have also actually deposited the army here. And then Town Hall or another hero. Town Hall is gonna be overall better, even if we can't buy Zarfax out this week. So, we are just trapped in our little 2-ore pile biome, and we have to break out here. And there's not much we can do. We could the lizard. Okay, so, do this, do that, make him fast, and then we have to make a choice. So we can get Olema for more units, including actually Hellhounds, or we can get Astra. I would like to have morals, and I think we should go for 2 things at the same time. We should go for Olema so we can have the extra Hellhounds, because they're going to be the ones blocking the Beholders, which is going to be the, well, they can basically go in and start melee fighting, essentially. And then we also probably want to upgrade the Gogs to Magogs, right? Or maybe having just more. 1,000, well, this seems really good. We'll buy out the hero, I think. Is that a pointer for Calid to stay indoors? There is no mage guild, so actually no. Calid can't quite reach this fight at the moment, but I think Calid can stay here, which is pretty good. Then Then we're probably buying out a llama, so Marius can go halfway so we can kind of ferry the army forward, and then we would have another hero who can like explore. Right, I guess this makes sense. And yeah, and then in the next turn we would simply be buying a llama and seeing if we can, you know, what else is the most logical thing to buy out. So, a llama gets spawned on this, like, very unforgiving, infernal lava terrain. I mean, I feel like this should just be able to do the fight, right? This little army, or this big army rather. Okay, then Olema will be left with a single Hellhound. Is that a wise choice? Yeah, that is a wise choice. The dogs are probably mostly gonna die. And then... this just kind of sucks. Well, we kind of want to block them from shooting, right? So maybe something like this is the preferred approach. And then YOLO, as they say. 3 and 33. This is actually a really good result. How does the AI do this? Do they just morale on one of the Hellhounds? Ooh. No, but they morale on this stack. I guess I'm just taking the auto result, but... Okay, they would just block those. They kind of... Oh no, they don't let them shoot. Well... Could have done it better, but I feel like this is also really, really good. Because if the beholders or evilize morale like a single time and then they get to shoot on an accurate hero or something, it can be like a very nasty fight. Well, where we lose basically all of our melee stacks. Anyway, we have broken out here. Yeah, I guess these two heroes just kind of have to follow the lead of Calid. Calid can try to go down south, which just looks like an enclosed biome, and these guys would actually maybe be doable, depending on their quantity, and this looks, well, we can't really judge much from what we see. Ooh, a crystal cavern. What is guarding it? Automatons. We can't do the automatons with this army setup that we have now. And what's here? Bro, what? That's even more unrealistic. Raids don't really help us. I guess we go back and get some reinforcements. That's... Okay, Marius is gonna take the obelisk, snow terrain, and grass terrain. 10 to 19. These guys are basically reaching us in 2 turns, so... I can't really do the crystal cavern because of that, because they will just explode most of our troops. This looks like a zone that will be connected through a portal. And this is like just... Oh, yeah, we need more melee troops. These are very strong. We don't have heroes to level... like, hero levels to carry us through that. I guess we're just fighting the raids for a little bit of experience, right? For a potential level up. We'll be losing a little bit of mana here, but I still think that's really worth the... Ooh, really worth what we're trying to get out of this fight, which is experience. I think... Okay, I think this is gonna be fine, right? Let me just go in. I should maybe let the gogs do their job. Okay. Better than the AI, no level up, sadly. I don't think we could have done anything much better. There's no real reason for Calid to go back unless we want to upgrade the gogs to Magogs. Would that really help us with the Wyvern Monarchs, or would we be better off buying another hero like Astra? Yeah, without wood we're kind of just boned. Too bad there isn't a wood generating hero in Heroes 3. War Machine... What would we even be buying? I guess we would be buying like a Ballista for a little bit of pizzazz, but no. I think the Magogs, or the Gogs rather, they get like 1 health for the upgrade, right? We would be probably splitting them into 2 stacks and hoping that they can't block both of them. But maybe they're just better off brawling, even they don't have a no melee penalty. I mean, they do have a melee penalty, so if they get blocked, it's just like super sad. Super duper sad what we're seeing here. I guess we'll do this just so we can have the Gogs back for upgrades. That's kind of the biggest power spike I can reasonably get, right? I could wait for the next week and just buy another Inferno Hero as well. So, Magogs or more different units. More different units are kind of fine as well because 7 pirates can also try to shoot. Okay, Marius will do a little bit of reconnaissance here. Can't really see too much. How far would the Lem reach? To like here. And then also, let's just do it like this. So, Calid, gonna be on 1 Hellhound. I don't think we're gonna be upgrading the Imps. And Lem can reach to like here, right? Yep. Basically good enough. Even actually 1 hex down would be better because... yeah, because we have to take a couple hexes down here. Okay. All since this turn or not. I guess this is the best we can spend on Mercury, you know? We're not gonna have a better way. We could also build a Citadel, but it's like... these cost 1.3k. I guess Hall of the Sins. And then... upgrading 1 takes, what, 50? I kind of want to upgrade just 1, because I can quickly do this. So, a little bit more attack skill, which is also useful in melee, and just 2 more speed, as what we would be getting. If we attack them at day 7, this is gonna be before they can get a few more Wyverns, because they do grow every week. I think what we do is... like, we will buy out the new hero. I guess Astra will be the new hero. And yeah, the Hellhound is the fastest creature we can get here. Could you reach in 2 turns? I think you could. And she can reach in 2 turns. And then basically whatever we have will be assembled into a single big army. Deemer would actually be interesting because we would have a meteor shower. He could like shower down some of them. Like 2 of these basically with a single meteor shower. 2 Wyvern Monarchs. Which is actually pretty... or maybe just 1. I'm not actually sure about his damage output. On his starting. On this starting meteor shower. So, we were... how close? Relatively close, like 5, I think. Okay. Do we take these or do we not take these? I think we're actually gonna opt to not take these because I don't think a stack of 4 of them is gonna be too impactful. Lem is gonna give away the cogs. Astra would have no movement points, so she can't take the Bloodlust. She'll do this. I guess Alema will be going back to reinforce this into next week. Because yeah, this town is like just super far away from anything. This is like less so a resource war and more so an uncontacted tribe, POV. So, Gogs and Pirates are going to be on different sides. And actually I think the Gogs are more important, so they're going to be trying to move first. I think I'll try to make like a wall with the 2 Hellhounds. 2 different Hellhound stacks. And then... I guess these guys are just like this. YOLO. And yeah. We do win, but this is like a very costly battle. We also have a haste available. 9 speed is not good enough, and 10 speed is also not good enough. So I guess we would be bloodlusting instead, right? 2-2. I guess we want to actually wait. And here I actually think we want to shoot, right? I guess we'll just target one of them. Can't really do much here. I guess 1 to 2. And this one would be getting hit, right? Yeah, this one would be getting hit. Okay. Do we Bloodlust? I think... What's the strongest stack we can Bloodlust? Unironically, the Magog's attack get blocked, so I'll kind of hold my cast for now. Okay, Magog's didn't get blocked, so we can do this 2 for 1. That's really good. I guess we'll shoot here, because the crewmate could potentially... I guess try to like idle this guy? Well, you didn't. Which is a bit of a shame. And then I think actually we would be better holding our position here. Okay then. 2 for 1 is still a good deal, because we just get rid of 2 of them. If he would be getting blocked. I guess we still wanna like just defend, right? Okay, and they go back and assassinate the crewmates. Okay, we get... Mysticism would be really good, because then... But we don't have a mage guild. We don't have any spells to cast. If we had a magic arrow, I would say Mysticism would be really good, because we can start spamming magic arrows. Hey, Mr. Run, good day, Mr. Guest. Been watching Lexia play Mysterious Island Part 3. I've been holding off from Mysterious Island, because I want to do it myself, but I want to do it when I have started the Hotta maps, because I want to judge how difficult those are. And yeah, we're not going to take the Mysticism, and we're going to go for the Wisdom. So, we actually now have access to... And actually this would have been a case for the Mysticism. Anyway. Marius can go and basically flag and take everything for us. We can give the helmet to Calid just in case there's a magic well. And then we have to make a choice down or up. I guess we can explore a tiny bit here. Down seems less interesting than up. And there's an imp cache here. The imp cache could be good if it's small. We don't see the size of it. I think these Magogs are not quite there yet, and the ability of like they're not able to do this. And I think we can actually do these Dendroids as day 7, and this is before their stack grows, so we should be able to do these without casualties in mind. Because you fools, you stacked up nicely, but you actually were stacked up before as well. I could shoot 2 at the same time. With the pirate, I kind of want to hold off though. With his shots, and I guess we can do a little bit of kiting, but I kind of want them to go forward. They kind of kited. Well, it is what it is, right? And then boom, boom, and then So, this guy still can't reach us. I guess with the Magog we go for the 2 for 1 shot. With the pirate, I guess we shoot here. They can't reach. Yeah, so we could just do this. These 3 defend. This one goes around. This one goes around. I guess we have to start working on the 3 stack, right? That, no pun intended there. I guess we'll shoot here. Okay, they kind of went back, so... kind of like kiting himself. So I guess we could shoot... this, I mean, here we shoot these 2 guys, and here we shoot this guy. Okay, so Dendro is kited without difficulty, and this 3 is generous. It gives us a level up for free. I know I was very close to a level up by myself, but yeah, ooh. We got a double level up. Oh, that was because of the learning, but we're still pretty close, like 600 XP. Because how the level ups work, they kind of, they're generous. They try to fill the same amount of percentage towards the next level that you had for the previous level, more or less. So, it's not like a big XP waste. Null Marauder weak. I think, well, we start this week by checking, or heroes. Ooh, Zarfax is back, but this time with a little bit less army. And Pyre is here with the Ballista. Ballista adds to her value, certainly. Ooh, this is another town. Okay, good. That's less good. This is kind of good because it's doable, but then again, the upstack could like destroy us, absolutely. So we probably want to go for this town. I think Astra wants to actually go and explore here. There's a few objectives like a sawmill, for example, that I would definitely go for if I would see it. I guess this fight is also not that easy. So what we would need to do is we would need to buy another hero. Maybe like Zarfax and upgrade the Gogs to Magogs. And then the new hero can basically, I guess like here is basically where they can reach. I guess we can take the Bloodlust and head back with the Lemma. And yeah, better safe than sorry, I guess. So, since we can't really do this fight for the town immediately, I guess it makes sense to explore up here first. I guess this is another player's starting zone, probably Red's. I think Red was the tower player. Ooh, Terek is here. This is both good and bad. We could try to attack him. We have 2 Bloodlusts, or 1 haste. Our army is kind of decent if he cannot reach with his rocks. I think this is a fight I will take. Good news, Murphy's Law is a Maps for Heroes. This map is only 2 years old, but it has been updated with 1.80 material. Airship centric. Okay, that's pretty cool. I did see your message on YouTube, but I didn't reply to it because I have like... I want to make a mental note to download the map when I'm seeing the message. I think we will fight Terek here. Enemy has fled. Okay, my man does have tactics, but... Apparently... He opted not to quite go for them. And he just runs away. Okay. That's basically what happens. Bless. So we get a new spell. We shoot away one of the opponents. Some people have 2 towns. We are not such a person. It looks like the AI is also like stricken by poverty, which is pretty good for me. And yeah, we still don't have expert estates. I just need 500 XP. And we should be fine, right? Alright, so Astra. You are the one scouting at this point. You can't really find anything. Ooh. Alchemist Slab. But this is owned by somebody. I don't think it is. Yep, not owned by anybody. And then here, there is a portal which we don't know where it goes, but it's guarded by Medusas. I guess next turn we will check up here and up here. Marius, do you have a purpose at the moment? I guess you should be helping the exploratory duties. So sure, you'll go here. We will buy out... I think Pyre, because she has logistics and she has a ballista, and ballista will be useful because it scales with the attack skill of heroes. Then she can reach up to this point, so Alema. She'll be actually able to reach to here. She has logistics, so yeah, that's one of the reasons why I kind of like logistics heroes. And I think she should be sitting in the town for a turn more, so we can like rally a bit more reinforcements. With Calid we could already start heading back. It would actually be really good to do the Imp Cache, or maybe the Mammoths. We do have a... no, we don't have a crystal cavern, we just picked up some crystals from the ground. Okay, orange Zord Pit is here. That's like less exciting than what you might imagine finding that would be. I'm kind of like, I don't want to send my hero into the unknown. So I guess we'll kind of like start heading back with Calid. And Calid doesn't get attacked, that's really good. Marius will take the level up, and I guess she will take the armorer. Yeah, Calid will just kind of head back down here. Marius will be sent forward to scout. She gets attacked from the dark. At the moment I'm kind of fine because that means there was a hero here who we could still see and who we could still interact with. Astra is finding another town. Anything interesting behind it maybe? Well, it could be. So we will check it out. And then Pyre, I think our main power stack is going to be the Magog at the moment, so we will opt into getting more of them. And yeah, basically we get as much stuff as we can. deliver it as far as we can, including the ballista. And then Olema. Can't quite reach the imp cache, but I think Calid can simply end the turn on the imp cache. We waste a single point of movement, but I still think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, should be fine, and that's gonna be that. Gem is gonna retake their ore pit. I have 91 ore, by the way, but I don't have a marketplace. So yeah, Gem. Just recapture that, but I'm more interested in actually scouting. Ooh. Alagar has one town. And actually we saw Green's hero, so these two also must be connected with each other. Green and orange. Alagar is pretty strong. This town, well, we can't do anything about it because we don't have a magic arrow. We could try taking the obelisk, or we could try scouting a little bit. I guess actually we'll be annoying and just kind of like chill behind their town. And that's gonna be Marius's life over in a few moments. Astra kept scouting here, and Astra finds an obelisk. Astra also finds a Mercury. A pickup that we can take. Olema will give us the reinforcing stuff, which is basically this. I guess we'll take a level with Olema. Artillery could be kind of good because we have a ballista. But can we get another level up on Olema? I don't think so. I'm not usually one of those heroes that survives for too long or is too highly prioritized. So, imp cache. What would be my strategy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe like this. This would be my strategy, and then actually I would prefer to go fight mammoths. And here we could actually also afford another hero, alright? Could afford another hero and we could ferry the army forward. And then the lemma could be also useful for the hero chain. And I guess we would be buying a Zarfax, so we would have just more and more and more units. And then the more units we have, the easier we can do this fight, for example. Okay, here. Doggos are kind of wide, but... I'm thinking maybe it's better to already be building like a barricade of hellhounds. So here, actually, maybe... Is Bloodlust better than Bless? If I want to melee them, Bless is kind of like guaranteed. Right, I kind of want to go into the corner and just like melee them. And also, the same could be said for the pirate. Kind of fine with them hitting imps. We will lose a couple, but it's not like too big of a deal. And these, oh, actually I misplayed, they can reach. And here we should move. The 7 stack is not blocked, okay good. But he's kind of low. You know, like, see what we can do. Do we take a retaliation or do we not take a retaliation? That's a great question, which... I guess we'll just lose some imps. Okay. That was fine, and we do get some gold extra. We could also afford the Zarfax in this very same turn. I think that's the best use of our resources. In fact, he could actually reach Pyre in this very same turn, and we can upgrade these guys. And we can get a few more imps. And your town, not gonna be developing because it's like, we can't actually develop anything much. Pyre gets to move forward. I guess this man can take the Bloodlust. And Zydar is back once again with just a single imp. So not too interesting. Mammoths. Mammoths. Maybe we make 1 stacks out of these. There could be a war mammoth in there. That would be pretty sad. We also don't have a good way of mana recovery. I could also go through this side, but then it sets me up for a weaker next turn because I would rather take a second town. That's like an extra gold income source. Is it maybe fine? Maybe I can go to this town instead. Like we ferry the army over to Calid, and Calid instead does these dwarfs and does these magmellies, and then we go back and do this town. I actually do like that plan more. Followers, hell yeah. This is a very strong unit for, well, this game at the moment. So yeah, we will take them, even if they will make us a little bit sad in the fights. Okay, Red is apparently here. He will have a gold mine. Marius gets in magic arrow on the face, which is fine because he wastes some mana. Then Orange is moving forward with the Coronius. Their town is empty, but we shouldn't, like, you know, count on that being a permanent thing. Astra scouts here, and there's like not much interesting stuff here. That's very sad. Alema's priority will probably be giving up the army, so we would be doing this. Pyre is a little bit in the danger zone because I think one elf, especially they have like magic arrows and stuff, they can probably beat us there. But still, Alema is gonna give us the units. And then opt to go for the mine. Pyre is gonna sit back a little bit just because I'm worried that they might be able to blast us. Zarfax is gonna head back here. And then Calid is gonna fight these dwarves, just because they're a little bit of experience. And yeah, we can definitely move the mammoths forward. Whoop, I defended on this guy. Whoopsie doopsie. And yeah, the mammoths can basically solo carry. Good. And sorcery. Sorcery would be good if I had the damage spell, which I still don't have. Would this be a really good... Well, let's not take it yet, but I feel like that would be a very strong thing to have in the future. And then here, I do think we will fight the Magma Ellies, just so we can get to the town, and then we'll probably fight the Harpy Hags as well. After that, followers. For some reason things are joining, but I shouldn't be complaining. I actually do like that. Then this is a little bit of XP, and then can't really do much here. Do we have a marketplace here? We do not have a marketplace. We do not even have a tavern. Yeah, that's very sad, but we do have extra 500 gold income per turn, which is really good. Okay, they get to the 3, so Marius would have been boned, or Pyre would have been boned if we moved her up. Now, what we need to do is... Well, let's... Okay, more joiners. Now we actually can have 2 different stacks, quicksand. We can have like 2 different stacks, for example. What is faster, by the way, is my question. I think the Harpy Hags with speed 9, yeah, that they're gonna be the or make fast unit. Maybe Calid can clear simply on the Harpy Hags themselves. Alright. Like, we get an archer guy. We get a guy who clears on mammoths and elementals, and then we have somebody on just the Harpy Hags. That's pretty interesting. I'll actually give away the bow. And yeah, we need to shoo away these intruders. For sure. In fact, I think actually Pyre is gonna be the second hero. And yeah, she's gonna be the one doing these fights. Glorious victory. Are you telling me... Well, yeah, can't really say no to that. And then let's go and assassinate Gem. Gem has fled. Hasn't fled just yet. Her tent is making her troops a little bit stronger than they are normally. Not here though. Just shoot them a little bit. Well, this is a blockage. I've never seen one. I'm expecting them to run away, but at the same time, they're just kind of fighting here. Now they're gonna run away, right? Yeah, not yet. Now they're gonna run away. Okay. Another level up. Logistics is fine, and then could we defeat Alagar? He does have the trees. It looks like the AI is also lacking everything that isn't gold, because they have the upgraded trees and nothing else upgraded. Everything else in the rampart costs like wood, for example. And then also we should have probably sent Astra out first to scout. Do I want to take the crystal or do I want to scout here? I kind of want to scout here on the rough terrain. I have a feeling this is where, yeah, this is where green probably came from. And I feel like Astra is just gonna be viciously attacked. So we could go for a second town. I do think that's like a pretty solid idea and pretty solid thing to do. And here we would just be picking that up, or we could go for this. This terrain actually slows it down a little bit. And I do actually think even Pyre would be able to win this fight against the Alagar. He does have bolts, he does have trees, but we have like 2 really strong brawler stacks because they join for free. Which, as funny as it sounds, is just the way it is. So, this town we could actually finally start developing, and this town we can't really do much with. So, we probably want to have more units spawn, so we will build a citadel, and we'll position Zarfax probably here, where he can take the reinforcements, and then move them out quicker in the near future. And yeah, Astra does get attacked. She can't do much. Well, yeah. I couldn't really precast Cure. And what do they have here? They have a Leena. Leena's actually pretty good for them, as she's giving them gold every turn. Which is something I would like to prevent, if I can. So, Lex of the Legion, 3rd level units, which we don't have. Okay, I think, maybe Olem can be the defender of this town. It's... yeah, it's like whatever. Defender of this town, and then here, these 2 guys are just moving forward. These 2 heroes are moving forward. We don't really need more Mercury, we have enough. Yeah, we can't really do much with it, like, can't exchange it for anything. We don't have a marketplace. And here, I guess we're fine taking the Orbit and moving forward, right? This will probably trigger Alagar to go back. Day 7, I guess we go for more units, birthing pool. And here, not much is happening. I guess somebody could go through the red portal. I guess we would probably be like doing something like this, so the town is at least defended a little bit. Okay, green, look at that. Green is really aggressively coming through here. Zydar finally has some units, and we also have Sial, which is the new Bulwark, Ice Bolt Specialist. She can cast Ice Bolt quite a few times. So here, we actually have a conundrum. We can't reach this with Calid, but I think it's gonna be fine if Pyre goes and attacks the town. We can take the town. We are actually going to give her the helmet, because we think there's gonna be a mage guild there. This army is super negative. I think we should be fine without these 2 stacks, right? Oh, let's do it like this. That way we're still a little bit in the negative, but not too much. We can have like some 1 stacks. Actually, do we really need these? We're just gonna be basically winning on archers, right? Something like this. Right, yeah, it should be fine. Okay, 4 and 1. Looks like the 1 tower decided to opt for shooting the Magogs. Artillery is gonna be fine. And then, actually, we could get another hero here, because, yeah, they do have the thing. Marketplace. Enchanted Spring. And yeah, let's get a spell book. They actually have Magic Arrow. Very good. Well, we knew that. We'll get Sial bought out. And what troops are we like? Okay, we need to move Calid forward, right? Yeah, at least a little bit. We need to move Calid forward so we can like reinforce. I need to think about this carefully. I don't really want the pirates, I think, and I don't really want the Bulwark army is gonna be here. I guess we are moving forward the Inferno troops. I don't want Calid to be assassin. I guess something like this works for the most part. Do this and actually we'll make 1 stacks with the imps. Or maybe actually, hold up. I have a better 1 stack in mind. It goes out reasonably fast. So a stack and this should be fine. So, Sial will still be useful if she's being attacked. She can sling her bolts forward. Calid doesn't want to be attacked, so Calid will step back. I think we will be just fine reaching the town with Calid on our next turn. And then Olema is indeed... yeah, just gonna be taking the quicksand and going for this town for the defense. And I guess we can sit Pyre outdoors. Yeah, this should be reasonable. I think we are gonna be getting attacked by Orange since he doesn't have any towns, and I think we will be winning that fight. Alright, we didn't get attacked by Orange. Terek is advancing and Vey is advancing as well. Huh. Okay. Sial, it is your duty to scout forward and find where the Orange player went. Apparently they are trolling us a little bit. I think what we should do, we should move Calid up here and get him a book. Oh, he has a book. He gets the spells. Cool. Then Alagar could have an artifact starting thing. We can actually check that. Actually, yeah, Orange has a starting artifact. So what we should be doing is we should be defending this town, Glade Route, with my main hero, and then moving mostly the Inferno army and other things. Actually, Mammoths are really good with the Bulwark army because they don't decrease the morale. What else do we move forward? I guess the Cove army and the maybe something like this should be fine, right? Then we have some brawling army. Yeah, okay. We have some like the Magnellis can basically beat down the birds. So then Pyre is going back. Oh, actually, we'll make 1 stacks of these. She's going back and she can basically intercept Terek. Olema is just gonna be like defending here, maybe like so. So the stacks stack up nicely. Are we building something anywhere? We can't really afford much since we don't have any wood. Wood being a commodity is kind of a thing though. 9 speed, okay, so make fast with this guy. We're gonna be regenerating our mana since we do have a... oh, hold up. No, not the helmet, damn it. Pyre looted everything from our main, including the helmet. I guess this is reasonably fine. She does have only 1 spell power, so her slinging magic arrow is gonna be not that good. And I guess we will buy out these guys. Actually, in the entirety of this town. I don't see a reason why I should give it to them. And yeah, this is just fine, I guess. The best we can do. And yeah, Sial is being attacked. So, Ice Bolt against Ice Bolt. Who will win in this terrific duel? Or Stone Skin, apparently. Not Ice Bolt. Well, I guess we should be moving forward and trying to morale. Here, well, accurate shots, sure thing. Okay, then another one. Alright, 6 for 7 of pretty reasonable trade. And kind of sad we lost Sial, but yeah, it is what it is. And here we will be getting attacked in the next turn. I guess we can take and buy out like 3 of these. I know even buying one of them decreases my morale, but I think this is fine. We'll make Calid a bit faster and then potentially buy another hero here and explore this biome. We could also be the attacker here, but I feel like my army is better in defense at the moment here. So yeah, Terek needs to just go and stop existing. Glorious Victory will absolutely take it. Cape of Conjuring, yeah, sure. And then way. We could give them the town and move them closer to Pyre, so that way we're not losing that many troops, or if they go and attack Olema, they will have to fight Pyre because they're too close for comfort, basically. They're baited into like that fight. Wrathmont here and Leena here. The green has been splitting his troops very nicely for me, which I do like. Do I go here? Do I attack orange? I think it's much better if orange just attacks me instead. Yeah, that's just better. Blue has been vanquished, okay. So yeah, apparently somebody else had a very nice ore start. I feel like the guys who start with sawmills are actually much more privileged. They have like an easier time. Okay, then Actually, I think maybe Blessing. Oh, I don't have the Giga stack. I was gonna say maybe Blessing can deal more damage. Now I kind of have to magic out this guy, because otherwise the tower will be shooting him. Unless one of my Pegasi could morale, but like, yeah. We're just like, we don't have that privilege. So, I guess we're just gonna defend here. This does much more damage, Blessing, than the Magic Arrow. And I guess the Mammoth will actually hit. No reason for him not to hit. This tree has been hasted. Anything good we can do? Stone Skin maybe? For Mr. Mammoth? I guess. That's a really good cast. Okay, Mammoth survived, good. And I guess we would hit back. Yep. I guess Cure? Delete the 3. And then just hope that they don't do enough damage. Damn it, they killed the Mammoth. Well, it is what it is. We tried to save him, but we were unable to. Here, probably the best cast is Bless, because it's also the door's gonna resist. And then, yeah, Mr. Alagar, you fool. Can I not attack from the spikes, please? Thank you. Very good defense. Glyph of Gallantry is what we needed. Earth Magic is probably the best school of magic, and if we can even get a double level up. Okay, so that's brilliant. So, Calid. We could get a Floaterbird here. First aid tent, somebody who can check. I do kind of like this idea. So he's giving his tent away. And we are giving him a single I guess he can also afford a spellbook, so he can, just in case he meets somebody there, which is unlikely, and also I know we haven't taken the obelisk. I don't think there's anything interesting here, and Calid can probably simply head out. We can leave the troops that don't really contribute much to this army, and I can't reach this town, but we can give the army over to Pyre. So, third level units, I guess this needs to be ferried over to the other town. And now we have a nice Cove army. So yeah, Olam is gonna try to ferry over this artifact, but we will need somebody who's sitting in the town there. Pyre's completely fine, just, yeah, retaking this town, and I guess Calid wants to get in on the action as well, right? Would we leave something behind? Great question. I guess we would simply just buy out more of these. And yeah, then our main hero gets some action, and I guess this man is just chilling, because like, this town is so far away from like everything else. We will always need a hero who helps initially to kickstart the army movement. Okay, Flutterbird, I think your turn is the most interesting one because you can scout stuff and there's literally nothing here. Why did they go here? Maybe they had a scholar or something they wanted to take. Anyway, next turn we can go and we can take the obelisk. We could also scout the edges here so we would see the other guy's biome. I guess what I can do also, this so we don't have like a random hellhound here. And yeah, both of these. I guess it makes sense. Flutterbird could like scout the edges of this side. Olema could scout the edges of this side and on day 7 still get in the town. Calid goes as far as Calid can go. And here we have to take the town, right? We have a book. Quicksand doesn't really help us much. And I think this should... Okay, wait. Something like this should be fine. A glorious hook. They bought a cannon. Brother has wood. Brother has wood indeed. My best cast is probably gonna be Bless, and in fact... Oh, I don't have a Bless. Well, too bad. I guess my best cast is the Magic Arrow. Do 2 for 1 here, or maybe... Maybe 2 for 1. Well, almost 3 for 1 here is also good. Would like to blast them with an accurate arrow if I can. So... They don't have a 1-hex flyer, which is pretty good for me. I guess we go... I want to cast something buffy, but I don't have anything. The spell Cure, Stones can haste. I guess we could buff up the... Well, it's only one turn. My best cast is literally just Magic Arrow every single turn. Which is pretty sad, but it's the reality of things. Put it to the ocean is, I guess. Okay, Pendant of Free Will. We'll take the logistics, we'll take the artillery. And then we could either restore our mana, or... And yeah, they did that. Did they just join them? No, they didn't. Okay, cool. We could go upwards and... Oh, actually we can't restore the mana. But what we can do... Oh no, we can't even buy a cannon for Pyre here. She is a ballista specialist, so maybe we can buy a cannon for Calid though. And I do think we will be heading forward. Here. I feel like that makes sense. So in this town, once again, can't really build much. Can't really build much. Can't build anything at all. Red went here. I guess to explore, because he can't do anything else there. Obelisk. Obelisk here, and I don't want to accidentally move too far. I think this is fine, right? Yeah, this is fine. We'll still get the artifact in the town day 7. And Flutterbird can do a little bit of like reconnaissance on the edges here. This guy has a sawmill, So if we ever see Tan, we have to assume he's strong, and we have to assume that we can expand into him. Take his sawmill away from him. We'll take the alchemist lab first, I guess, and then we'll fight Leena here. Notice victory. This is actually a really good result. 4, 16, and 3. Although I think we can achieve a better one. I guess 2 for 1 is always a good deal. We should have waited for them to come closer. I wonder if they'll try to run away. Okay, yeah, we did get a better result. So, Pyre's kind of like setting herself up to be a really good offensive hero. I think ballistics will go well with her. I know we're kind of trying to make Calid the main, but yeah, this is what having a logistics as a starting skill does to a hero. Makes them super fast, super reliable, super like efficient at doing things. So yeah, just by the virtue of logistics, she is like a secondary general essentially. Upgraded this finally. And then nothing we can buy. I guess we can buy some troops. We could like get Xydar out, I guess. Could like take a... How far can you move Xydar? I think you can actually move like a hex further, right? Yeah, you are able to do so and actually be able to do this. So then we can actually get some Inferno reinforcements. Alrighty, so we are gonna give the reinforcements over, including the artifacts. We're gonna give them over to Calid. I would like to get a cannon, but I kind of have to go and backtrack with Pyre for that, I think. I think my strongest troops are actually gonna be the Inferno army. I assume I will have the town siege. So the 3 stacks of the Inferno troops, 2 stacks of these guys, and then maybe 2 stacks of these guys, and we would have a neutral morale, right? Yeah, because of the glyph of gallantry. Okay, then actually probably a good time to upgrade these. We can probably still waste all of the unupgraded imps. And yeah, I can't really do much else. So Xydar and Sarfax have a little bit of a chat. They both realize that they are not that useful for the kingdom at the moment. We could also get like a the other war machine, the ammo cart. I almost said first ammo tent. I guess that would really be a first, wouldn't it? Okay, Florbert. Yeah, Tan is living the rich life with his sawmill. And yeah, Florbert. I guess Florbert will be the guy ferrying over the troops from the Rampart town. And yeah, here we simply have to go forward. And here we can go back for these troops. So Calid will be pushing forwards. I think we will actually take the shrine. Stone skin is something we had, so that's pretty sad. Because it doesn't get us anything new. Resource production wise, I like how we have 4 orbits and 0 sawmills. Quite the you know, quite the adventure not having any sawmills. Okay, then who do we have? Oh, Calid finally, and Nea. 2 different heroes who both like archery for one or another reason. Okay, what would I reinforce? Would I actually buy these gogs? Would I actually try to reinforce this town? So first question, how far can the Llama reach? Llama can reach to like here. So Floribert is gonna stand basically there, because we can reinforce him with the rampart troops. Pyre is still gonna go to this town. She can be made faster. Can't regenerate her mana, but yeah, she can pick up the cannon, essentially. Zydar and Zarfax. They seem to be the most likely candidates for bringing reinforcements. And I guess we're just looking for the town, right? That should be here somewhere with Calid. I guess, yeah, we buy out Cal. We can upgrade his troops. And hold up speed 7 and speed 7, so it's kind of the same for him because both of them are at the same speed. The specials do increase the map movement speed. I think we would have to wait here for a turn so we could, like, get the maximum efficiency. And this man would also be waiting. I guess Pyre would be cheaper to buy things out for her. This man apparently can't reach here, which is interesting. Actually, Cal, how far can you reach? We can kind of like just have the hero chain. He will be able to reach there. He will also be able to reach here. So he'll be able to reach here. And all the Inferno heroes kind of look the same. They're like one or another color of red. And we would have to go back here for a turn, unless we want to visit the troops in like an Alchemist Slam. Don't think that's going to be beneficial. So, once again, we are kind of waiting for like more troops to be bought out before we can actually start chaining the army forward. Let's get all the Magogs. Guess we'll do this. Cal would actually be fine if he, like, you know, unalived, because he would bring more Gogs to us, which is something I do quite enjoy. Okay, so Zydar, you're gonna be left with the doggo. Boom boom. Zydar, what can you do? I guess not much. Zarfax is gonna be moving forward as far as he can move. I wonder if we can take the town. Something like Pyre, maybe. She actually can't afford a cannon. Okay, the town. And can we take the town with this army, or is it better that we are reinforced? We do have a magic arrow, and they could potentially not have bought out everything, and they could have 2 heroes there as well. So, yeah, thing number 1 that we do, we assassinate the guy outdoors. And actually, I do think we are strong enough to take the town with this little army. As funny as it sounds, it's like, right? We should be able. Actually, I'm doubting because we only have like 1 real shooter stack, and magic would be our way of dealing damage. So maybe we just wait for like reinforcements. And then the question is, do I delay this for like a cannon or not? Cannon is very costly. I guess we don't delay for the cannon, we'll just move forward. And then we're basically able to reinforce our main hero and attack in the next turn. And these 2 guys can just chill. Okay, Red is showing some activity, and we only have 4 players left, essentially. Okay, so we could also buy a hero here and then get the cannon. Actually, we will be lacking the money, so no, we cannot do that. And I also didn't buy anything from the Cove Town, which is a bit sloppy by me. So, Zarfax. Actually, I think we'll give him the Pegasi, so he could be running around quicker. We maybe want to send him... The problem is there's no way to level up heroes besides this literal 1 learning 3. So that's like very sad. Okay, Pyre moves forward. We can exchange the units. We actually want all of these. We actually want all of these. Guess all of those. And then would we risk a negative morale? Is negative morale better than something else? I guess The Harpy Hags are better than the 7 Pirates. And then the other troops, in that case, these guys don't make too much sense to be had. Right. Any troops? I guess the Imps. Yeah, we don't have any Cove troops. We have 2 of these, 4 of these, and just the Harpies. Sure. I think Calid is now strong enough to take the town. Well, now strong enough, meaning in a little while. Since he can't actually reach the town. And we're chilling, and these guys. Guess we could explore that little patch there, or I guess we can send another hero up there. Actually, maybe that's what Zarfax will be doing. He'll be the guy picking up like the orbit and going and checking behind, and then these two just chill, right? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, interesting is that these our towns are basically fully bought out. Somehow we're producing, well, now we're producing more troops because we have 3 towns, but besides that, we can basically buy out the weekly troops. Okay, Tan actually takes this. Ooh, that's kind of sad. They reinforced from outside. Didn't expect that, but I think we should still be fine. Enemy has fled. Like, no. Okay, Earth Magic experts. That's really good. And, yeah. They're attacking the imps for some reason, which is actually fine with me. So, I could expert Stone Skin. I think that's gonna be worthwhile in the long term. Just gonna take less damage overall as well from the towers. 3 for 1 here is completely fine. And then this guy, I guess he can finish off the 1 stack. Ooh, they're coming outdoors, so we probably want to fight these. Especially so we can keep the door open. That's really good, and then we can move the Harpies forward as well. Okay, then... Okay, all of our familiars just disappeared, which is pretty sad. I guess we can go 2 for 1 here. And the mammoth should be fine. Attacking that. Left on 1 Wolf Raider, but that's gonna be the end of the Terek. So, sorcery or armor. We can always get sorcery from the Witch Hut. I hate to bug out, but it's lunchtime. There is a goofy little Eagle Eye story line in the map. Nimbus is the only Eagle Eye specialist not starting in a prison. Nimbus is gonna rescue them all, the most powerful Eagle Eye man. So, actually, since we didn't have wood to develop the towns mostly, our troops are actually very important. I think armorer is gonna be like fantastic, even though we don't have that much defense skill. And we'll pick up the sorcery from the Witch Hut. Green has been vanquished. So, this town we can develop a little bit. Ooh, a capital. We'll buy out the whole of Valhalla, I think. And then... what we can do is we can also grab like some hero like Maya. Oops. I guess we can give her a spellbook. Okay, this spellbook actually has a slow. This mage guild has slow. That's really good. I want to check if this biome connects with something else, so we need to like explore up north immediately. DJ Calid is going to restore his mana because he has a lot of mana. And here... I guess Zarfax can pick up the stuff here. Be the defender of the city, essentially. Well, actually we'll pick up this pile of ore, and then I guess the most action that we can get, we probably need to go to this portal to access the other guys, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Zydar, I guess you're just checking out this little blackness, little dark area of the map. And Calid is kind of in a similar conundrum. Guess he can advance his scouting so we can see a bit further into the unknown. And yeah, then there's nothing much interesting to be reinforced from the Inferno town. And I guess only this town can reinforce us in this week. And still we don't have any wood. That's just super sad. And yeah, I think restoring mana is fine because we will probably not be able to afford a mage guild. What a game, lacking wood for the entirety of the map. Okay, we can go upward, explore this. Anea is fine to check out this. Anything interesting here? No, it looks like this doesn't connect. It looks like 3 and 3 players were like cut off from each other. So Calid probably has to take everything he can get, minus I guess the kobolds because they're providing value. I guess we will build a mess hall, and I guess we will also build a ammo cart, since it's the war machine we didn't have. And I guess next turn we will probably be investing into capital. Stones can we have, bless we have. And yeah, there's no real reason to just kind of stay here. I guess we can exchange the troops. We'll buy the what is it called for Calid? We'll buy the cannon for Calid. He doesn't have artillery, so he doesn't really see the difference. Maybe should have done that on another hero though. I guess Xyron can be the cannon man, and I guess Calid can be going here. Kind of like a little bit scared if they jump out through the portal unannounced though, so that's why some precaution is being taken. Okay, doesn't seem like they would do that though. Okay, Zarfax can move up here, and yet it looks like there's nothing here. He still doesn't have 2 knowledge, so he can't really cast the starting spell. The only thing he has going for him is the fact that he has a spell book, honestly. And Nia, I guess you can explore the edges so we could see further into the darkness. Calid, yeah, of course there's not like much here. Ooh, this is an objective. We should have probably seen, or we should have probably done. A little bit late now, but it is what it is. Okay, Calid and Pyre, where are you two going? You two are going like down, south as far as you can get, essentially. And yeah, Mr. Calid, you will be taking that sorcery for sure. Let's build the capital. We have a research cell that's giving us wood. Actually, hold up. We can advance our technology. We can build... Wait, we have a marketplace. Hold up. Everybody stay calm. We have a marketplace. I kind of just realized. Yeah. Marketplace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marketplace. We're finally out of the Dark Ages, essentially. And marketplace. That's something I didn't realize immediately, but I should have. Oh boy. And so began a new age, the age of a single marketplace, or a single research silo. That's actually amazing. That's like super good. Okay, so Zarfax still doesn't have a stone skin. I guess we would rather have a new hero, but I guess I'll just like put him in the town, so we have a free hero slot available. So Naya has basically explored everything. I guess she can go into this town and be the defender of the town. It will benefit a little bit from archery, I suppose. So then, Xyron can take everything this town has to offer and also cannon on top of that. Calid will be able to, boom, be reinforced by a cannon. And then, I suppose, get the extra troops there. Do we want the Oceanids? Do we benefit from having the Oceanids? I guess not. So Xyron will simply jump into the town. He will be the dedicated defender of the town. And yeah, magic is still a good way of dealing damage with. So, Calid is going to be pushing through here, maybe. Or maybe Pyre can do it in this turn already. Like, we can kind of exchange the units, right? Or actually, no, not the units, but the... I guess... hold up. Actually, rather we'll keep these, like, spellcasting items on him. And yeah, this army is good enough and strong enough to attack. Maybe we should leave one hex, like one space open just in case something wants to join us. I guessed. Well, these are 6 speed is like disgusting, but it is what it is. Want to join? No, you don't want to join. So we will convert you into experience the Inferno way. So we can set him forward so he can be the one taking the retaliation and whatnot. And of course the mammoths are really tanky. Also they get healed and they're just fine taking a hit. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. McCook, for that friendly fire. Apparently the biggest danger to my own troops is me. Yeah, and I guess, actually, you know what, Pyre will... maybe... I guess Cal will just be scouting forward, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then, actually, we finally had some wood, so we can develop things forward. We need to find what we can build, with wood. What is good in the hood that produces wood? Is the question. So, here we can't really build much else. Here, we could build a tavern and we could build Mage Guild. Blacksmith for some more economy would be kind of good. And here also Blacksmith and City Hall. So, or Mage Guild, I mean, as for the City Hall. So, Blacksmith it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we also develop Blacksmith here, right? So we can get more economy going. And also, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could get the this town. If we have a shield here, is it worthwhile to go here for the shield? Maybe we can get the Scholar Hero, but I do think shield is like a really good spell. So yeah, we would really like to actually get it. So maybe Pyre can be pushing for this town, and then Calid can be pushing forward, and then we did just deliver the army. Then we leave something for Pyre so she can do the automatons afterwards. And then here, there's nothing we want to build or can build that would be cheap enough to be considered, you know? And yeah, that's basically... We can't really reinforce from the rampart. We don't have the money now. We don't have the gold. Okay. That's pretty good. So next week ticked over. Nymus and Xyron. Oh, actually Xyron would be really good for what I said that I would be doing. We would be scholaring over. We don't have any windmills or anything like that. Yeah, we don't have any windmills. Okay, so Mr. Zydar, he can take the quicksand. He can jump into the town. We can buy out. We can trade a little bit to have the wood. Then we have the wood, we can build the tavern. Then we buy out the guy with the scholar. Actually, teach a few things already. And we already have a cannon, and I guess we can buy out these troops. So Zydar has a magic arrow. Yeah, he has a magic arrow, so we will leave him on stacks so he can defend this town, just in case it gets attacked. Then Calid gets the spells that we didn't have before. He can take the units that kind of neatly fit into the Inferno. This will be one doggo. Yeah, Xyron will go here for the level up, and he'll deliver the Inferno troops that are not that useful back home. It looks like Tan also doesn't really know what to do. They're kind of like in an impasse. And then... Calid. Okay, well, Pyre will give back basically everything except, well, I guess I'm gonna want to leave her her special war machine. Then, do we want to be sad, like negative morale? I guess we could be doing this. Now we have like positive morale, at least a little bit. Keep this guy here, and this should be fine, right? Yeah. So, Calid, I don't really care for the Medusas, even if they join, we would be fighting them, right? Yeah, probably. I could slow them down. We have a positive morale, so we should be trying to use it. I guess we want to shoot the ones which are like unblocked. Two. I think first time in the game where we actually have positive morale, so do this, do that. Then we should assume that there's something on the other side. Interesting. Just gonna go scouting. What do we do? We put this guy here. Essentially, we can make Calid fast, right? We can make Calid fast. Pyre will go here. Cal will give her everything except the preferred war machine. Yeah, and she can actually do these like smaller fights, I guess. I guess, yeah, we're kind of aiming for this as well, I suppose. I guess we need to go for the town immediately. And she's not like gonna get any faster because of like extra logistics. There's not like a super expert logistics. So, I guess we move the dogs forward so they get shot. Screw you, I guess, is the answer I get from that. Maybe stone's gonna be fine. And yeah, they do still move before us. For one or another reason, apparently my Magogs are being targeted by the sorceresses. Not a big fan of that. I guess what we do to prevent that is we haste up this guy. Guess we can shoot on the ground. Okay, ballistics, sure thing. Offense would have been good, and then actually... Thunderbird. Okay, that's kind of fine. So, we have another town now, which is going to be providing us with monies. Then, I think Pyre will be going here, Cal will be like chaining the army back. I want to just go here with the Calid, get the learning stone essentially, that's why I was sending him back. And then I want to go attack the gold mine with the Magmelies in my army, because maybe they join. Then that would be like a very, very strong stack. So, here and here. I think we will buy another marketplace, right? So we could trade for better rates, so the wood comes in faster. I think that's a very legitimate thing to do. And then maybe we should get a resource silo or a couple. Actually, the Stronghold town give chats because they go to the... Did he start with wooden ore? No. But that would be a really good strategy in this map. I guess you would start as the Stronghold with wooden ore, and then you have a resource silo which gives you more wood, so you're not stuck. You're not stuck without building materials, you know? That way you can actually develop. From these three players, you can be the one developing the most. Although, what would you develop? I guess behemoths. And yeah, you can overpower the others in that case. So yeah, I didn't build a tavern here. So yeah, this is just what it is. It is what it is, I guess. As they say, ooh, and red is here, and ooh. Very lucky that Calid ended the turn here. Tazar is here, and I guess those Magmelies didn't end up joining, eh? At least not him. So, Naya. who would I rather see in the tavern again, Naya or Zarfax? This guy gives me more army. Naya gives me more of these guys. I guess Zarfax will be the one heading out. We'll simply use him as a one-stack magic arrow hero. As funny as that sounds. Do you actually have a magic arrow in your book? You do. Okay, cool. Okay, Pyre, you will be able to go back here, which is good. That's exactly what I'm counting on. Oh, Stormbird followers, sure thing. 30 Stormbirds just like that in my army. We'll take the Crystal Cavern. We'll set her up here, and then I want her to go here and actually do these Sentinel Automatons. What army would I be spending to afford that? Is an interesting question. Some type of archers, maybe. Maybe the Stronghold troops as well. Anyway, we'll think about that in a little bit. And the ballista, of course. So, don't really care about these guys, and I guess don't really care about those guys either, right? This guy actually helps my Cove army to be more cohesive. Yeah, I guess this is what we're leaving on Pyre, and we're just gonna be happy with it. Okay, then Calid wants to take the Learning Stone for the kingdom. If these join, we'll probably not take them, right? And I think my best cast is gonna be slow. Can't morale, but I guess we have to bring something forward, so they're not targeting the ranged troops. So I guess maybe the Doggos. Nope. Apparently not. My sacrifice was not good enough. Okay, they exploded. I do like that animation. So some experience. And do we get water magics or second school of magic? We do have a bless, but that's basically I guess bless and cure. Having earth magic with basically all the good earth spells is really good. And then we can attack Mr. Tazar. Kal, I guess he can't really deliver the troops to us. And then what do we do with the rest of the money? We could bring these guys forward for Pyre already, right? Yeah, we probably should be doing that. So I know that we can develop the towns a little bit, but I think this should be fine. So Nymus can already be heading out. And then these smaller towns. What can they bring for the kingdom? I guess they can bring more money. And I guess we do need to sell some resources, I guess, here for a tavern. And then City Hall. I guess we have so much, like Mercury, for example, that it probably makes sense to sell like 25 of it to get a City Hall going. Don't have a way to get gems. This would be Mercury from this resource silo. Crystals we have, sulfur we have, and I guess here we probably want the wood. Yeah, because the wood is still the most important resource we can have. And yeah, Mr. Tazar, let's have a showdown between the big boys. Do you wish to retreat? No, I do not wish to retreat. I wish to slow you, fool. What now? Now we can go for a triple whammy. Just to like delete the elves, mostly. And yeah, this guy is an armorer, so he's gonna be a bit difficult to take down. Do we move forward? I guess we do. I guess my ranged staff is a little bit stronger than theirs, but still. I feel like moving forward is like a good idea. Then, the flies are a little bit annoying. I think I will shield first. And I think actually we'll attack the basilisks here. And then, those guys are blocked. They don't have... Oh, he does have the... My man has first aid, so we definitely need to just shoot the tent. Shoot the tent again, and shoot the tent again, so we can like delete it as fast as possible. So that's also a reason why he's super tanky. Mr. Happy is always happy, so he's just moraling in my face. Can't really do much about that, and I think double hitting here, even if they have the extra health, is really good. Okay, then, this guy's gonna be debuffing me, or rather removing my buffs. Still though, I think this hit is justified. Here, I would rather move back. This is like a straight shot, even though the tent is active, I think is good. We need to delete the tent, okay, good. And then, this minus one of these. And yeah, buffs will be getting removed. So, we want to probably focus the flies a little bit if we can. We'll think a little bit about Bless. 1 to 3, this is like what, 35 damage. The Bless on the Magogs is pretty small, actually. It's gonna be like good over time. I guess the longer the battle goes, the better it is. We'll probably be able... Ooh, I thought this was gonna be a double shot, but apparently not. Unless I want to hurt my own troops, so I guess we'll have to wait on that shot. And yeah, then I guess we'll try to focus down the Serpent Flies, because otherwise they can debuff my stuff. And that's not that good. Maybe we'll just start panicking on me. And then double shooting here is fine, I guess. And yeah, magic arrows. Oh, I can last 2 for 1. That's really good. Delete him, and now we can actually delete the fly, but then again we can also do it with the... what is it called? With the Magog, right? That's pretty good. Here we can get rid of one of those. And I don't really care if 2 lizards can shoot. And they won't be able to shoot because we can block them. Okay, Tazar runs away, and then we have an option to get ballistics. I think we're gonna basically be going on a single, like, big attack that never ends, where we're just gonna be reinforcing Calid. So, ballistics would be really good. We wouldn't be worried about melee troops getting in the town, right? Yeah, so we'll take the ballistics, and we'll simply be happy, and then we should do one good army rally from the rampart. If we have ballistics, like, the 3s are gonna be really good. At least in my opinion. So at Red and Tan, both of them are still alive. Okay, so Pyre is... yeah, actually gonna be... We'll do this, we'll deposit this guy in the town, so there's no accidents with losing him. Sure, she'll go here. Nymus is gonna try her best to help her. It's gonna be made a little bit faster. Basically, that's all for a single crystal cavern. Xyron can take a level up. He tried to ferry the troops, but he was unable to. Zarfax... yeah. Just do this. Calv will get the little bit of XP for the scouting. Do we take the troops? Great question indeed. Big army rally or a little bit of an economy build-up is a great question. I guess we could still build up a little bit of economy, because otherwise if we're poor afterwards it's not that good. Resource settler for crystal I don't really care about. And here we should be building a mage guild. 1, 2, 3, 4. And mage guild, so we can develop the town further. Basically all the spells we have except protection from fire. So yeah, Calid takes what we already have and moves forward. I think Cal will simply be following him, right? Can't reach this gold mine, so maybe we take it with Calid. And basically we go as far as we can get. And then yeah, these two have been like waiting for ages, for eons. Hold up, I even didn't position them properly, which is a bit sad. Wait, Mr. Florbert, you need to be like here. Finally thinking about them being useful. I guess they will give the army to Pyre here once she's done with this mine. We don't have anyone useful, right? By the way, because of the new town heroes, I think we were only supposed to get the Inferno and the dungeon heroes offered to us, so we would have more troops that are like from a singular factions in the tavern. So that would help us rally some sort of like low-tier troops, like Troglodytes, Beholders, etc., etc. Alright, so Pyre is... No, I guess I can give you these guys. Boom. Boom. And yeah, she can go and do this fight, which is a little bit nasty, but... I mean, we just take the bombs to the face, I guess. It is what it is, isn't it? No bliss, I guess 2 for 1. And then I guess I have to like soften up multiple stacks. Then they are speed 9, we are speed 6. I think I'm pasting him up. Even though it's not gonna be a big difference, it's still gonna be fine. Those protect our shooters a little bit. Okay, then, oh, yeah, of course, this guy's not gonna keep his haste, we only have 1 spell power, so I think we're hitting here another turn. That guy detonates, that guy is active to detonate. Okay, this one isn't trying to detonate on us, so that's really good. I think we just do... Please don't like luck. Okay, good. Okay, you know what? Yeah, this guy's just gonna take the explosion to his face, and then he'll take another one, but he'll take the smaller one to his face. Oh, well, apparently that was a mistake. He should have taken the bigger to his face. Okay, and then this is like not that many casualties for the Crystal Cavern, which is amazing. So then Marius, we don't actually have any like leftover troops that would be like from the Inferno that are unupgraded that we can upgrade on short notice. Xyron, I guess he's trying to level himself up through this thing. Should have also ferried the army forward and shoulda, coulda, woulda. Too late now for that. And then are the Rampart boys finally being useful? So yeah, as I said, these guys will be useful for town sieges if we have the ballistics. These guys are just always going to get targeted first no matter what. And then I guess we don't have enough money for anything else from the Rampart at the very least. That would be like a good singular stack. Okay, Olema can do this, and yeah. We did spawn a bunch of elves because of that artifact, though, which is pretty good. I also guess we could buy another hero in here. Well, we can deliver things in the next turn. Anyway, Calid. We'll go here, we don't have any pathfinding or anything like that, I am aware. We also should be conserving our mana, but I do feel like a single slow is going to make this fight way easier than it could potentially otherwise be. Okay, then, I'm going to hit here. This is fine, I think. Have to remember to not shoot myself in the face with the fireball. Go here, then we have a safe hex to shoot. Then... I guess we check this out, forgetfulness, okay. It do be like that. Ooh, that's good. We have somebody to fight. And yeah, Mr. Oh yeah, not gonna get Forgetfulness, Obelisk. Now we actually have 5 marketplaces, so the trading post is like redundant, right? Yeah. Would have been useful a little while ago. I guess we can take the gold mine with Mr. Calid. And I guess we can also check if somebody is chilling on the other side here. We don't really see that. And I guess we can also check the black market with him. So, Merist. Merist. You fool. You're at the wrong time at the wrong place. I will slow you down, just because I think that's a really good cast. Blast that. Marius actually has a little bit of stats. And also, yeah, he has a School of Magic because his magic arrow costs only 4 mana. That's what I'm able to deduce at least. So then, how do we fully eliminate him? We'll try to do this. This, okay, good. 2 for 1 here, maybe. Maybe. Viral, okay, well, we won't be eliminating him, but we will be dealing a lot of damage to him before he runs away. Okay, good, so he doesn't really have that many troops remaining. Can I progress some build path in a town or two? City Hall, I guess we can afford a blacksmith here. If we're willing to sell a little bit of resources. And by the way, Calid has been my only silver income in this game, right? I'm not crazy. This is the case. I don't have a silver. Yeah, he generated like already 40 silver basically. 1 for each turn. So actually having him, if silver was useful a bit earlier, if we had it a bit earlier, it would be actually quite a big deal. My man would be the resource king of silver. He kind of is already. It's just like not that useful. So, I guess Zarfax doesn't really do much. He's just taking the spells here. I guess he can opt to get the sorcery. Then... yeah, Pyre would be going forward. We don't have anybody in the Inferno town yet. So I guess Nymus would be going inside of the town because we don't really care much for her. I mean, yeah, sure thing, she would just be sitting indoors, inside of the town. Xyron could at least get his scholar a little bit up, yeah, but he needs wisdom, so he can't do much anything anyway. I guess he would just be sitting in the town as well. Carl can check out this. We can actually afford these items. Most of them, at least. Then, yeah, we can't really reinforce more from the Rampart town. We could reinforce in this turn, that would be really good. We could, like, upgrade the elves and whatnot, but I think that ship has already sailed, you know? And then Floribert. Boom, boom. And I guess you can take the 2 levels for free as well. If these 3 wanted gems, this would also be a giga scam in this map and for this side particularly. Okay, then I do think we will be buying out the artifacts. Yeah, because they're going to be helping us and we're basically going to be having a one-way trip. So spell power is going to be amazing. And then how and where do we buy them? So first things first, we need Mercury is more available to us, so I guess we would do this. We would do this. We would do this. And then we need 15,000 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Bought out the entirety of the black market. Boom. So now we have some more good items. Okay, then Calid can simply progress forward. I kind of want Cal, to go and check this out. Cyclops are still here. Cyclops stockpile is an interesting objective, but I don't think with this army especially, we don't have that many faster. Actually, we have mass slow. It's a resource thing. We would be actually not getting a level up because we're too far away from the level up. This could also be a maxi stockpile. I don't think it's worthwhile. I did my supercomputer calculations in my head, and I've concluded that it's not worthwhile having that fight. So and yeah, these guys, Red is the stronger one. Ooh, they have Hydras, Chaos Hydras even. That's a bit spicy. Pyre will go forward. Floribert will do this. Pathfinding is really good. I'm gonna have this with him. Xyron is indoors, and actually hold it. We do have Hellhounds in the big army still. No, we don't. Maybe we grab some Orc troops. Like Stronghold troops, I mean... Ooh, actually Pyre finally got a little update on her spellbook. Okay, Marius can just chill. Then Cal do this. I do think we will take... We have the armor, so we'll take the defense skill. Cal will take the obelisk. They maybe have the grail. Actually, hold up, this should be in my biome, right? So this should be somewhere here. So maybe we can actually get, maybe not a lemma, or maybe a lemma, just start digging for the grail. And I guess that's what the other heroes are going to be doing as well. I'm gonna make, hold up, do this. So orcs, joiners are not joiners. Oh, joiners, that's really good. Now the Stronghold army would make some sense, not the most, but still, at least half decent. And yeah, trading post is not that interesting. And then Cal can take the gold mine. So yeah, in the middle between the two zones, there's like 4 gold mines, essentially between the wood people and the ore people. We will upgrade the city hall here. We will buy out something like a Jit, or someone like a Jit. We will give him this little thingy, and looks like the grail could be like here somewhere, so we'll try to dig it. 2000 gold per turn, 2000 gold per turn, 4000 gold per turn, and then here we need a mage guild. For that we need some wood, or we could also go for a research silo. Wood is also like yeah, we still need wood, so I guess research silo is also a very valid option. And yeah, I can't believe it, it's month 2, week 3 basically, and we still haven't found a single a sawmill that we could flag. So Cal will check this out. A castle town and a fortress town. We could even steal it. This would cost the life of Cal, and we would not be flagging the gold mine with him. This would basically do nothing and just to get him killed, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. I guess we can check the Den of Thieves. At the Den of Thieves we can see that we are the strongest one of them all. After that comes the Tan player and army strength, but yeah, the red guy has more towns, so actually he's a more formidable foe. Anyway, Olemma. Nothing here, where could it be? Apparently not the correct position. Xyron can chill indoors. Ooh, hello. Crystal person. Anybody that wants to be outdoors, maybe? I guess. I guess we can send Xyron forward. He's not gonna be missed too much if he gets assassinated. Do this and do that. Pyre's the one bringing the reinforcements at the moment. She doesn't have wisdom, so she doesn't really need much. We'll still take this for a little bit of spell power, and basically she's reached the main hero, so she can reinforce in the next turn, I think. So then, this would actually be a pretty tough attack. I don't know what's in the underground, and I think actually attacking the Serena would be better, and let's actually hit up this thing for more, like morale and stuff. Floribert has actually become a good hero now. He could be bringing us some reinforcements from a town or two. Zarfax, I guess this is pretty close for him. My man still can't cast, like, his specialty spell. I guess not a big deal if he gets assassinated either, right? So, I don't think we're ever gonna be building into, like, any high-tier troops for the Inferno, just because this town is super far away. I don't think there's 2 Infernos available in this town, in this, map. So, Castlegate is not gonna be relevant. Mercury is not that relevant. Rampart... also not gonna be too relevant. I mean, maybe a treasury for this, like, end of the week for a little bit of gold would be interesting. Sulfur could be interesting. And actually here, let's build the city hall. Oh, we can't. Have to build this place out. Number 4, Behemoth Crag. Behemoth Crag would be kind of half interesting. And I guess let's build a resource silo here for the sulfur. Sure thing. Okay, weak of the squirrel, so... we already dug there, but we didn't find anything. Axis and Marius is back. Okay, that's interesting. So, Pyre would like the attack skill, but I don't think we can kind of delay. Let's do much else. With this, we reinforce her with something that actually she could take in her army. No, not really. Not at this moment, at the very least. Empty town is an interesting prospect. This town is really defended. We need some real reinforcements. I guess we can send like Zarfax and company to scout. Get him a second knowledge maybe, so he could like start thinking about casting his spell. Zydar also gonna be one of those scout heroes. Pyre's gonna move forward, and we need to see how far she can reach. Not that far. We can do this. She kind of don't want to get her assassinated, so that's that. Val wants to check this out for us, while also giving us some troops. So orcs are not from the towns that we're using in the army composition. And I guess the rest of this is somewhat fine. Still our strongest troops, a bunch of misfits. Fire magic. Fire magic would potentially make the magic arrow stronger, but just by a little bit. Okay, then... don't think they would be bold enough to attack with my main hero being here. A resource silo here is a brilliant thing because it gives us wooden ore. Then we could also replenish my mana, right? Speed 9 creatures is kind of fine. And yeah, basically we would have to go one in the other direction. So there's 2 towns here, and this guy would be tougher to beat, so maybe this is where we would send Calid. And then we would send Pyre here over to this guy's zone. Floribert would be moving up. And Olem is already moving here. And I guess Adjet would be helping with the digging project. And do we reinforce with something or someone? I guess, while we're not reinforcing, we can kind of build into these resource silos. Indirectly, they are money generators, if you think about it a little bit. We could take the Stronghold army, because we could match the two Stronghold town armies together. That's an idea. Pyre is being attacked, which is a bit of a shame, but I think she's just fine. She'll just override one of the heroes in the tavern. So it was Red that was bold enough to do this type of foolishness. Anyway, Pyre is here, and I think we're fine giving her the helmet, because we would probably... This didn't have a mage, bro. Okay, never mind. This town needs a mage guild. We now understand that. I don't really care about the fact that we only have basic ballistics, so Bertram, for your insolence, you will be executed. And thank you for the magic. And then here, of course, it's gonna be sadness. For that, I kind of wanted some reinforcements or a level up, but I kind of didn't get it yet. Nothing where could it be. And then nothing here, where could it be? Great questions we don't have answers to. Okay, Zarfax trying to scout. Zydar trying to also scout. Calid can actually get a book for himself with a magic arrow, that's fine. Then he can actually grab all of these objectives. Is Pyre close to level up? Kind of. She has some mana to restore, I suppose. And yeah, we should have actually thought a little bit about already bringing reinforcements to one of these guys, but they're digging for the Grail. So I can't really say that they're not... that they haven't been useful too much. They're trying to be useful, you know? It's the thought that counts. And then, basically, probably these guys would be strong enough to be brought as a reinforcement. So let's quickly, actually 1, 2, 3. We have a 1-to-1 trading ratio. I guess we'll upgrade the centaur captains and the elves for that type of duty. Nothing I want to build. Sure. Could she go to here and back? I'm gonna bank on the last step being... yeah, the last step is available. Okay, cool. Or first the gem income, because of Pyre. This is kinda what I was thinking. Well, the AI fell for a trap that I didn't even know I was setting, but sure. Tazar. Almost blasted everything in a single turn, bro. I don't really care about, yeah, these two heroes, so I'm happy that they're able to blast their magic arrows. I'll be happy with it. And then... aha, another one. You fool. I got to shoot 2 magic arrows. Ooh. My single gem income. No, what have you done? Anyway, I can check this obelisk. This doesn't make it even closer to revealing the Grail location. Edge it. Yeah, try on search on player ground. Here, probably gonna be like right in front of the town. Actually, would be my guess. Serena. 10 gems for a level up. What kind of a shenanigans is that? I guess that in their side the gems are like more plentiful or even like available in general. Ooh, pathfinding. Doesn't help me immediately, but like I kind of want to go. I will have to go to the swamp, so it is what it is. Anyway, we could defend against the Tazar on this side, right? We can like rally a big army here or there. Yeah, I think actually that would be pretty good, idea-wise. We are moving forward here. I think the familiars are gonna be the ones getting blasted. Yes, they are. Trying to do this, so we want to come outdoors, maybe. And then... we'll try to finish him off even if we get like a casualty more. We did not get a casualty more. The stables here would be amazing, and actually here we could actually replenish our mana, just in case Tazar wants to come back. So in that case we are like pushing Tazar forward, which is what it is, and I guess we are taking the castle, taking the stables rather. Visions, so we could visions their army. This is like basically a 1-stack convention. And then Pyre here, ER. Don't want the doggos. And then everybody's negative morale here because we have the troops from different towns. These guys kind of function like our archers. I guess we will buy a tent out. I guess we will also buy this thing out, and I guess we will also buy these guys out so they can't have reinforcements. Then Serena, I think we can just blast you away with the troops that we have. We have Bless now, we have Shield, we have Stone Skin. They also have Harpy Hags. It looks like they have a dungeon town as well, so... I guess we'll bless the orcs because their damage output is pretty good. And then... something like this. I think I'm gonna be the one going forward because I have more melee stacks than they do. I guess this is fine, because if they get frozen, they would, like... yeah, still be hitting back. And then, okay, the Harpy Hag's probably gonna be dying. Yep. Pretty good, and then probably let's finish this guy off, so they don't have another extra unit. I guess we have to do this. Eagle Eye. We should have cast the protection there anyway. Get rid of a stack, that's pretty good. And then we're kind of sad a little bit. It is what it is. And then maybe... yeah, I think we should make the 3 a little bit faster. Then he can actually block this all from shooting. And they retreat. So, one of the rare cases where I think actually resistance is gonna be good. Because we are not really a spellcaster ourselves with Pyre here. And yeah, she's basically gonna go in and advance into the snow and try to take their town. Should be good. Then... need to defend, like... in this area, I suppose. Need to also get 10 wood, which is pretty easy to do now that we have 1-to-1 trading ratio. Upgrade the elves. How much do you cost? 11k, and this is like 7.5k, so yeah, this is reasonably good. What I'll do is I'll buy out axes. I will take the troops that are not like immediately useful. I guess we'll take like the elves, and we'll take like the most of these guys. We'll push forward here, and then we can set axes out like this, so he would be super fast and be able to reinforce. These two are still gonna keep digging for the grail, because that's gonna inflate my points at the end of the game, so I do want to get that. If I can. I mean, it has to be like here. Maybe it's here, actually. I guess we'll see when we get like another obelisk. Tazar was a little bit confused there, but he's kind of trapped between 3 really good armies. At least what I would assume would be 3 really good armies. So do we want to get sulfur? Do we not want to get sulfur? I guess Cal will. Actually, this town is like in danger and there's no real reason to defend it though, because it doesn't have a fort. So he'll just go forward like this. Pyre will go forward like so. And yeah, this is a tower town, of course. I don't think they should have that much stuff there. Not axes, but these guys. So nothing here, where could it be? Nothing here, where could it be? And Calid. Yeah, you simply have to go forward and push them out in the swamp. Yeah, so... Merist here probably will not be able to take the town. And then I guess we could have Evacious just to scout that out. Okay. Actually, hold up. Let's do this. Dwarf Cottage. Boom. 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 And boom. So the entirety of the Rampart army has been bought out. I guess we would be doing something like this. I'd like delete these troops, but like, what if this town gets attacked? Just having more random stacks would be pretty good, right? Yeah. Okay, basically, Florbert, yeah, with his advanced pathfinding is kind of getting the reinforcing part of this side of the map. And then I guess Evacious here. We'll be getting the obelisk. Still, it doesn't really help us much. It is what it is. So, Tazar will be heading back, at least a little bit. Olema will be going here. Axis will be going here. I mean, these are these things. Maybe it's like up here somewhere, actually. If it's the middle. This and Olema, I guess, yeah, we'll be more ambitious with our digging projects. So actually, hold up. They have quite a lot of stuff here. Am I able to take this? We have the expert ballistics and expert artillery. If I actually had a ammo cart, maybe the ballista would just be able to carry on its own. That would be quite something. We'll take the Sulfur Dune. I think we have to try. Enemy has fled and this isn't even the fight. Dargem isn't able to output damage. At least that much, so... How we're at -2? Shouldn't be mismoralling that much. I guess we want to kind of actually save our mana, right? Let's like fly forward. Do this. And then... Yeah, we would rather have 2 spells in the big battle. Here I think we kind of have to brawl this guy down. Protection, I guess protection here. And then... Dargem flees. We're not even able to attack them, so they can actually put the troops together. That is a pretty big problem. Anyway, Florbert will give the troops over to Xyron here. Xyron will actually take these instead of the Inferno troops. He'll go forward and he'll try to deliver the army as far as he can reach. Then... Evacious. Well, this town is undefended, which is a bit of a problem. Those two are just digging. Axis can go indoors, so then we can actually afford somebody in this town. Don't want to build a castle for them if they would, yeah, because that would make it easier for them to defend. Could also rally army from this town, but it's like super far away, and also it would just be Stronghold troops because of the terrain penalties. So have to actually deal with the problem of this town. And are we rallying something from somewhere? Quite a descriptive thing. Maybe we'll just set up this army to be rallied. We do have the upgraded orcs, and I guess we would be also upgrading the Thunderbirds, and then that army rally would make some sense. Sure thing. That would be good, and I'm happy actually I didn't start moving there. Tazar actually attacks Evacious, strangely, before attacking the town. I guess he knew that he could reach. Okay, sure thing. Gets the town. So these guys are just gonna be digging. Cal can't really reinforce Pyre here, which is a bit of a sad thing. I realize now. Cyra is still outdoors. Maybe we could do something like this. Glorious victory against Calid. Sherman's puppet, really good. I think we could defeat her and then attack the town. Because then they don't get to merge their army together. So... really like the haste of the dendroids, actually, truth be told. It doesn't seem like it will do much, but they will get to fight in the second turn, essentially, because of that. And I kinda wanna keep the Pegasi alive, because he's demanding more mana from them. And yeah, Dendroid getting to brawl in the second turn is actually a bit of a big deal. Then... and yeah, they run away. We'll just get the resistance and then... Corona. They did kill my Pegasi though, which is a bit sad, and we don't really have that big of an army. We could wait for the reinforcements. Or we could try to, well, push forward, but... I guess we also could send somebody here. In this other direction, so like, let's say Aurora. Be really slow. Actually, I wonder if we could have taken that town. Okay, so, Mr. Calid. You do not have pathfinding. But you do actually have pathfinding. But I think the more fights you take, the better, right? You can level up your pathfinding a little bit. We have full mana with you, so I think the spellcasting here is completely fine. Just shoot the magic arrow on the Gorgon against that. And deadfall. Do you wish to retreat? What is so tough about this town? Do tell me. I don't actually want to slow them down. They don't have... yeah, they don't have that thing. I probably actually want to attack that lizards with the magic arrow. Oh, I don't have a expert ballistics, so I actually can't target stuff. That's the little problem I have there. Sure thing. I will... I still think of all these. But this is really good. This guy would open the gate for everyone. I think we can just magic arrow them down, right? Should be able to. Actually hit where I wanted. Okay, good. Then here, we can probably blow down the Wyverns so we can get a shot off, right? Yeah, and actually deal with this guy. And then 2 for 1 or not. I guess I kind of want to deal with the noise. Ooh. Didn't have a 2 for 1 shot there, so... yeah, and this guy would be... the lizard would be staying indoors, so he would be delaying the victory by turn. I actually do need the magic arrow the hiders though. I do realize that now. I don't want the cannon to shoot those. This guy, all this, and just don't want them to be together, right? Magic arrow, the hider. Try to take out the tower. Let's see what the cannon shoots. The cannon shoots that. I wanna roll them, but not really. Will be strong enough. I think we have to risk an attack here. Okay, just so we can get the hider down. That's really good. And then, unless I get like frozen, Actually, the cannon will still carry. Okay, good. Good. We defeated Merist. We can advance our pathfinding, so we're a little bit faster here. We don't have any, like, troop reinforcements, so Calid is just left with 11 of these guys. And yeah, he can't really do much, so he can make 1 stacks, though. And get a little bit of a attack power. And we have 2 out of 3 components for the wizard as well, which isn't really a thing here, but... And obelisk, I guess we're building the obelisk just so we would be extra good at defending. Sure thing. Didn't go as smooth as I wanted it to, the attack on the town, but it's fine. 4.6k, 8k, that's fine, and that's fine. Stronghold, one of the cheaper towns to buy out. Don't want to have these guys because we want to be moving through the rough terrain without penalty. And then Pyre really can't take this town because she is a little bit too weak. I guess what she can do is she can grab the obelisk for us because we're still looking for the grail. And then she will be reinforced and maybe she'll be able to take the town. Okay, that should be fine, all in all. Tazar should be apparently not chilling in the town as I thought. Kal gets attacked. Well, maybe Pyre can now take the town because it's like completely undefended. I'll go forward here. Actually, we can just have the extra troops. So, these two have surged here. It's below. Wait. So actually, it's like here somewhere, I think. Okay, that's that. She now has a free pass inside of this town, which is good. We can reinforce here. Should kind of be good if we could reach. We should reach. Okay, Calid. If you can go and assassinate basically every one of all these schmucks, or somebody else can maybe do it for you. So like we buy Cal back, or we buy like, let's say, Spint. Does Spint have enough movement points? No, he doesn't, but we could buy another hero who's a lair, another guy who can walk on the swamp nicely. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is like very doable. So like we go and attack this Cassiopeia, for example. She had magic arrow and moved before us. Oh yeah, because she's a specialist here. That's that. Then Astral, can we beat you? If I can't beat you, that's gonna be really, really sad. Also, let's get Zolaire out already. I think Spint should be able to win. Protection from fire, eh? Can the cannon carry a little bit? Yeah, maybe. Good. Then, as long as he's not casting magic arrows himself, he's casting magic arrows himself, but it's fine. The cannon will carry. Okay, Astra, can you just chill out? The cannon ran out of shots. Bro, what is this? What do you mean the cannon ran out of shots? Now we have to run because otherwise we would like lose all the arties. Wait, and I maybe overrode Cal? Oh my gosh, no. Don't tell me that's the case. I would like... Bro, what did you do? I wanted the reinforcements here. Anyway, should have maybe done that first. And... this man failed us, but now we can actually dismiss him. He's like out of mana. Okay, look, we have a book, yeah, and we have magic arrows, so... And we're faster than these dudes, so... What happens is we go attack, we magic arrow, We go attack. My man scared me there with the tactics a little bit. We do that, we win. Then he has a ballista, but I kind of think this is risky though. Okay, everything that isn't useful in a fight. So this is the guy who gets to take the fight. I guess the tent is good, and I guess the extra damage is good for the magic, right? Extra damage for the magic. Nothing else is really useful, right? So, Zelair. Glorious victory. Apparently we can do it without anything. Okay, good. So, boom. Boom. We actually cleared up all the heroes here. So now my main is to get the Cage of Warlords. Maybe we should have done that, and Spint could maybe have won that battle. Anyway, Calid is moving forward with all his artifacts, right? No. Of course somebody stole them. Give them back. Okay. Now, Calid is moving forward, hopefully outside of the reach of the... what is his name? Outside of the reach of Tazar. Yeah, Zelair can take that. Can check the obelisk afterwards. I guess we can do this. Reinforce Pyre. And then, in 9 speed, I guess 1, 2, 3, so we have some 1 stacks. Just is gonna be defending this, I think. And then, what do I want? Oh boy, with the extra troops that would have been really good. Like the ones that Cal had, but then he got overridden. Here, I guess we can make some 1 stacks so he can like use his Inferno or something silly like that, and then they're either gonna continue up here or they're gonna continue up to this town. I guess Arlak is just trying to like move the army away. Yeah, in the way that makes sense. And I could delete one of these guys and we could start. Oh, I think the army here is already like really good. Like it's pretty close, relatively close, because there's the roads here between these 2 sides. So we can actually reach places that we care about with the army. So, anything that we want to build, anything we can build. I think we already built resource silos and we don't have anything interesting. Well, Almar is interesting, but I don't think Resurrection is going to come into play by the time we level him up. It's going to be a bit too late. So yeah, here. Okay, good. So that's going to be Tan eliminated. Didn't restore my mana, but it is what it is. I think we actually want to shoot the Magi here. And they're not really casting spells at the moment. I think Blessing the Orcs is a fine cast, the only cast I will probably have. So I want the 1 stack. This 6 stack actually hit the second 1 stack. I think actually we'll try to bait them in the mines. Okay, then probably the genies are actually they're glass cannons. They do a lot of damage, but they're very like not very resilient themselves, so that's pretty good. That's what we're going to be targeting. Amazing stuff, yeah. Here, I think we actually want to roll. And then I was thinking maybe let's shoot this since the towers will shoot him, but I'm like, wait, I'm the towers. I am controlling the towers, of course. So, deal with him, deal with them. I guess address the threat that is indoors already. This is kind of fine, they'll just walk on the mines. Yeah, man walked on the mines. Mine walk, classic. And then I guess we can one-shot these, so this is fine. Blast the gremlins, because they're very far away from us. Oh, she flees. Ogre magic growth. Wait. Oh, there's more stuff here, isn't there? There's a subterranean gate. I kind of forgot about that entirely. I was like, oh yeah, we can like win very, very soon, because we basically already see everything. I guess not. I guess they had another town that I completely forgot to check. Okay, so what happens now? I guess Zolaire takes this. Zolaire takes the obelisk. We once again edge closer to seeing where the Grail is, but we can't quite do it yet. Ardlac. Okay, do this. If we had one less hero, we could kind of reinforce. I guess what we can do is we can put Naya in this city. And we can tell goodbye to her. Zip has been around, has war machines, has fire magic. That's interesting. Okay, I think. Yeah, sure, we'll get the zip. Why not? We'll buy out the units from the fortress that I think are good. Need some wood here. Can, of course, sell the ore because we have plenty of ore, but not that much wood. Do this, do that. I guess these are fine. I guess the Chaos Hiders are like really tanky for what they are. And then, I suppose, and trade some stuff for that. And I guess we would make 7 1-stacks here for Zip. Okay, Calid, can you reach the town? You can't reach the town, so I guess it makes sense for you to actually head back a little bit. Well, hold up. This will be fine. This will indeed be fine. So, you can reach this town at the next turn. And then... Pyre is fine because she can simply buy the tower reinforcements. I guess we want somebody like Arlac exploring this little area, right? Yeah, we wanted to see what's in the underground. Xyron is... Try to reach this. I mean, I want to reach this, because then Calid would be getting reinforced, but I kind of want to reach this like from a safety. So only our main hero could be getting attacked. I guess this will be fine, right? And then Pyre, what are you gonna be doing? I guess we're selling some ore. It's not like we're gonna need it much longer. Do this, do that. What units are good on the snow that can eliminate the opponents very handily? I guess we could take Nagas, Naga on Naga action essentially, but I think Genies would also be doing the thing we want. So, Master Genies, 5 of them please, and this should be a win. So yeah, Red should be getting eliminated, or at least the hero should be getting eliminated. Okay, Red is running away. That did happen, and yeah. Good. So, here we'll basically clean up everything in like a turn or two. Okay, then, try searching on clear ground. We still have no idea where the Grail is. We're like, missing an obelisk, are we not? Yeah, we're missing an obelisk. So, Zolaire, gonna snatch that. Zip. Apparently there's one obelisk underground. That's what I think. Then Arlac. There is somebody is living underground. Yeah, dungeon player, of course. And I guess we can check his obelisk to see where the Grail is. Then Pyre can buy out everything that is from this army, because we don't have pathfinding, so walking through here would be like a massive pain, right? Yeah, we have logistics. Our army should be good enough. This man is gonna give us the reinforcements that we wanted. And then maybe instead of the orcs, we're gonna get the actually a couple of the strongest two fortress troops. Okay, now Mr. Tazar, Gird is gonna be up first, but Mr. Tazar, your days are numbered, and that number is very low. Slow on me. -1 archer. Aye. Anyway, can I deduce where the Grail is? Oops. It has to be like here or here somewhere. Like, it's one of those that I don't see. So yeah, here or here. Okay. I wish they would balance the factions a little bit more. Is Inferno any good in the latest version? Wait, is Heroes of Magic, Might and Magic 3 is still the best Heroes of Might and Magic out there? Is this the hot or vanilla? This is hot. Because I have the heroes from Hoodie Horn of the Abyss in my hero panel, as you can see. I actually think, well, Inferno is kind of an interesting one. People meme, including me, that they're very weak, but I actually think they're reasonably strong. They have a really good late game strategy, which is demon farming. They can convert basically all their units into one of the Inferno units, the demons. You of course need like pit lords for that strategy to work, and they're slowing your army down a little bit, and they have other drawbacks, but they're not like that bad. They're not like that inconvenient to use. The Ifrits provide you with the ability to Armageddon, which is actually pretty strong, if you can get the spell, which is a pretty big if, but usually in maps with more towns, it's like doable. Like, okay, wait, I wanna actually target this tower, since we started blasting that. And I was like, wait, I need to block this archer, but no, that's not how this works. And they've kind of blocked themselves a little bit here, but I need to like separate my units, because otherwise the Hydra hit is gonna be pretty nasty. I'll actually like, spread around here. Oh yeah, wait, we should have protected the elf. Kind of forgot about him. And I guess I should be blasting down the Hydras. The Hydras are like annoying, but only if you let them be annoying. Well, if you know what I mean, I guess when the 3 gets frozen. And I guess the Wyvern. And it's just the early game where the Inferno doesn't feel too good to play. Well, we shot the tower, but it wasn't good enough, apparently. Hold on, might be losing this. Yeah, the 5 Hydras actually are doing a number on me. Elves are not gonna really survive. I guess I could go indoors if I could like blast them a little bit. Tazar has 1 spell power. This guy can't really reach me just yet. How much damage did the towers do with my flies? It's like 4, 2, and 3, so they actually have enough damage. I need to actually surrender, as bad as that sounds. Damn it. Screw you, Tazar. I'll be back in just a moment, you'll see. And then you'll regret it. Okay, let's buy back Calid. And does he have a fast unit? Yeah, he has the flies, so we can like restore my mana a little bit. Having an additional spell power would be pretty good. Maybe I go for this town and then actually use, but no, just the Hydras are the biggest problem. If I can get them down, because they're like a big spongy unit, I can't use melee attackers on essentially. And Pyre should be good enough to like, just, you know, take the other town on herself, by herself. This is something I should have seen coming. Tazar coming back out for more, for a round 2 essentially. And actually, wait, this is why the hiders are so tanky. We need to get rid of this tent. And then it's gonna be way easier to destroy this accursed thing. And then actually I can use this hider to some effect as well. Yeah, the hiders are only annoying if you let them be annoying, but I will let them be annoying, which is my mistake, I guess. I guess I want to trade this army the best out if we can. I can't really surrender. I guess, is it a good idea to let him die? 500 extra XP for Tazar, who's already tanky. I guess no, we will just run away. And then fighting Zip, but I think Zip can actually maybe get a hider down. Well, no. Zip can't get a hider down, but Zip could probably get the Wyvern down. No. Like, okay. Shoot the correct thing, please. And then our like here doesn't have a spell book, but I'm more content with, you know, letting him die. China's not that big of a threat. So, ooh, we found the Grail. That's amazing. And then we need to take the Grail. Oh, and actually we missed some elf growth, but that's like whatever. Can I build something else in this town before that? I guess we'll build a treasury for the flex, and we'll build the Grail. This Grail is actually kind of useful to the other heroes as well, because it provides us with +2 luck. And yeah, we basically have to fight the final 2 opponents now, the final 2 towns. Tazar and... well, maybe I can send somebody here to capture those mines. So do I have any reinforcements that are quickly accessible? I didn't build any mage guilds because I thought the game would be over a bit sooner. This is a bit far. This is like actually right in place. I guess we just use... Mr. Zarfax here. We're gonna ocean it. Or Mr. Xyron here for that reinforcement. Then boom boom. Actually, we could make Florebird a bit faster. Do I have anything to delete? Well, I guess the 7 Gogs are like the most useless troop here. So yeah, then we can ferry over these troops. And... I was gonna say, I guess we can use Marius, but no. We actually need the hero slot for that. I guess we're taking Zip. Doing this, trying to like reach the main hero here. So could we beat down Tazar with basically scraps? Could we beat down Tazar with scraps is a question, or should we better go for the subterranean guy? I actually do think this should be fine. I mean, as long as Tazar doesn't go and attack me in this very moment. Gem, actually without army it's a bit iffy. I know I have spellcasting, but I don't have like a damage spell that has an area effect. So, I think we delay this for a turn, we do this. Don't need that, I guess we can give Pyre these extra artifacts. And yeah, here we have like a very smooth tower army together. Then actually Zelair, I think you're gonna be basically dismissed. And here we're actually gonna use Marius to start ferrying these troops over to Pyre, since we still have 3 really good stacks. So Olema, you have done your job of digging the Grail. And now everything that is left is basically just rallying up a big enough army to win. And here we'll give you the halfling. Guess I can check out the spell even if I can't really use it, but we would probably be dismissing this hero. Guess Floribert can. Go here. Enter this portal. I guess Xyron can also do it for the goal of taking those two gold mines that they stole from me. Should have maybe taken them back. But most probably. Then zip. Yeah, you can actually give the missing little bits over to Pyre, then zip. Not sure what we can do with you, but you can probably find something useful to do. Calid. We can fight this gem. I guess we still need to like fight two of these guys anyway, but like at least a little distance away from each other. So then probably want to blast them from a range. Oh, and actually Gem is one of those, isn't she? One of those first aid heroes. These first aid heroes are like a menace at the moment, with their tents making my magic less effective because their troops have more hit points. So yeah, they're like being a little bit of a pain in the backside. So just blast them down. Could you... yeah, you can deal with the tent. Thankfully they were just coming forward here to brawl, which is pretty good for me. This, maybe the cannon, nope, the cannon says no, I will not finish this stack. And then blast them, okay. And Jim will probably run away after the magic arrow. So we'll get sorcery, I think that's gonna be more useful. And then we'll head for the dungeon town. I guess we can put this hero in the town. Could even build a fort and like reinforce it with some serpent flies. I do like the idea of that. And then what do we do? What town is the closest to like reinforcing? Here, I mean, this one has no army. This one has some units. I guess we can reinforce using like the Gorgons. I suppose it's like super slow because it's some army that is not from the swamps. Olem. Well, I wanna dismiss you, but then again you were the one that dug out the Grail, so I guess I will give you the honor of living out your days in the kingdom somewhere. I guess you can go for Learning Stone. Access is like not interesting. I guess we would. I was gonna say we can like deliver the army, but then again this town is like pretty far away. This town's pretty far away, this town's pretty far away, this one, deliver the troops, this one, like all of the towns are far away. I don't really want to rally the army. I'll be lazy and I probably will be punished for it by not being able to like end the map a couple turns faster. So Calid or Pyre. We could give her the fire magics just for the style points, and yeah, here. This is the entirety of the tower army, and this is the entirety of the whatever else is left army. Actually, Floribert. You have rallied more army or whatever the type. Mostly stronghold troops. I think we're just strong enough. Okay, Calid will. Sure, Calid will go and fight whatever is left here. The spell, so more less useful spells available. And Duin will go here, just with this little army reinforcement and Pyre. Would be a shame if Floodbird gets attacked, actually. I should have maybe reinforced, because then it's like, I have to wait for another reinforcement that can only come in the next week. We don't have, like, a way to deal with the Hydras, do we? Guess I'll buy out the Zarfax. This doesn't really change much. Flutterbird would be better defending that, no? I guess we can take away from Pyre some units that don't really match. Everything matches here. I guess the gnolls are like the weaker than the 8 flies, so that's that. Something like this as well. Well, let's just hope, yeah, Tazar sits indoor like a good boy, good job. Tazar and then Calid can take the last fortification of Tan. And that should be all she wrote for Tan. Okay, almost one-shot the golems there. And do you guys feel like coming outdoors maybe? They do, but they're very slow with that. Good stuff. Okay, and Tan has been vanquished. So, how did their town look like? Something like this. Can we get a level up for just the style points? Or maybe we can get an artifact merchant for the style points. Hell yeah, brother. One of the 2 artifact merchants in the game, right? Yeah, basically only the tower and the dungeon have an artifact merchant. Essentially, these 5 guys spawn like in a line, and then there was the 1 dungeon guy. I kind of want to explore his zone, but I'm not sure I can do it, you know? So... Actually... Spell power? No. That's pretty sad. Okay. Zarfax. You can get rid of this Gird in the way. Force of the Legion, sure thing. And then... I simply want you to blast. And then we can't run away. Blast the Griffin away. That's right, Tazar. You think you're winning, but you're wasting your mana. Then I have a free hero slot for something like... I don't really care, Axis. You can go and you can check what they had in the underground. Basically just a sawmill. Okay. A sawmill, shrine that we will not see what it had, and then I think Pyre will simply be the last champion here. I should have maybe... Well, now it's too late to give her a level up. Guess I can also capture a mine, so there's less red on the map before they get defeated. Before their flame gets extinguished, so... don't care about the Inferno troops, I guess. And... So, 3 Stronghold troops. And then I would rather actually have maybe 3 Fortress troops, right? Oops. This guy's really strong at fighting. We need something that is strong at fighting. Maybe. We actually go for the, like, Rampart troops. And I guess the flies are, like, fine, right? Well... If we're gonna have negative morale, might as well... This guy's like a plan B, basically, if everything fails. Flutterbird, you would have to go in and, like, win with, I don't know, like a bolt. I think Pyre will be able to win, but I do think this will be a bit of a tough battle. I do want the elves to be shot, though. Do you wish to retreat? No. I think we need to work on the tent. Where did he get another one? And yeah, we do have the ability to blast down the stern one. Really good. I actually think it's wise to wait for the, yeah. It's alive. How dare you? Like, no, I need to get the tent. Get rid of the tent. Then I can start hitting the Hydra. It's moving before a lot of things, but we can, like... Kind of blast them, maybe a bolt. Yeah, good. That's what I needed, a bolt. And Miss Morale, or... And then let's shoot the big tower, because it's doing the most damage. Good, good, good. And then I don't want 3 different stacks being attacked by a Hydra. I guess we'll go brawl 1v1 with the champions. It's really good. And they went for the bird. This is fine. And then we should have to shoot him. And let's brawl with the Hydra 1v1. That's gonna be his like big group. The Hydras are strong because Tazar is making them strong because he's giving them extra defense. So that's that. Don't mind me enjoying my tea in the probably last battle of the game. I think the champion is fine because he's the first to move. He will retaliate. Actually, without the lightning bolt, we would not have finished him. Then we need to deal with this one. Blast. And I don't want to go for 2 for 1, so I guess this guy is just going to be moving inward in the town. They don't have any towers. I don't really need to move with the catapult. I can just keep my turn essentially. And then, yeah, this guy can move forward, and actually we can force him to 1v1. Mr. Dendroid, with his amazing ability to politely ask for a 1v1. I actually like this guy just chilling here because we can do some shots. Fire some shots, and okay, that's the Hydra down. And we win, right? Yeah, Tazar is basically out of mana. Out of everything. And the 3 can reach, so we probably need to take the retaliation while he decided to skip his turn, so it is what it is. And then I will hope we do not miss morale, and let's just boom, smack him in the face, and that's that. Okay, apparently on the other side of the resource war was the guy who had the both speed artifacts. Quiet Eye of the Dragon, Hourglass, and Torso. Oh yeah, actually we didn't luck a single time. I didn't realize that, and I guess Pyre will give you your resistance. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated and victory is yours. So we are the winners of the resource war with Calid. And yeah, Pyre very naturally became a second hero who could do things for us because of her logistics and because of her artillery. She made the war machines, or the war machine, stronger. And actually it was outputting quite a bit of damage, so that was really, really good. My rank is a giant, and that gives me, well, not the top 10, but I'm very close to the top 10. It's gonna be pretty difficult beating the top 10. I would need a map where I either get control spells really, really quickly, like a Dimension Door for my first level 5 mage guild, or the town is like very close, all the towns are like very close by, and there's many towns close in the map. And so I can quickly like go from town to town, capture every town, and defeat everyone. But yeah, this was a Resource War. I will quickly check out the map. Yeah, let's load game. And we want to see how it looks like from the turn 1, essentially. So yeah. I was a bit worried when I started the map because it looked very poor. When I saw that I only have 2 orbits and I have to fight the beholders, I was worried that this would be already somebody else's zone, this dirt terrain. If let's say the dungeon player was here, he would probably also have some, like, I would be the one doing this fight, so I'd be weaker than he is. But yeah, pretty rough start. I didn't have archery, by the way, on anyone, so the bow, the cherry wood was kind of useless. But yeah, we'll do this and I'll kind of check out what the others started with. And yeah, of course I took the estates in Calid. Usually a little bit of a meme, but this time, because we were super poor, I feel like this was actually the correct choice. It helped me kickstart my game. It helped me get the town hall a bit faster, and then I could buy more heroes for the Inferno army, which was like pretty good for the early stages of the game. And then yeah, here the three of us are connected. And actually I will check the... So yeah, we had the Bloodlust here. And we found that the Grail was located, like, I think here or here. But yeah, this fight, when I saw this, I was thinking, oh boy, we're gonna take a lot of casualties. We took a bit less casualties than I thought we would, that was pretty good. And let's see, which is this little town. But this town doesn't have a marketplace, so yeah, we're kind of just stuck without the ability to build anything much. This is quite the fight for the Learning Stone. And then here we had the Sorcery, which we did take a bit later. This town, which we did, and of course these guys joined. It's actually pretty good that these stacks joined, because otherwise we would be like, number one, we would be fighting them, where we would probably take some casualties, but number two, they were like useful stacks during the game, or throughout the game essentially. So yeah, all these are really good joiners. And then, so the Rampart player, these ones we of course fought for a level up. And what did I get on the level up? Well, the Rampart guy had to fight the Elves, got the Centaurs, got the Bless. The Bless is actually pretty decent. And I'm guessing their towns were also basically underdeveloped. Mr. Gallifrey Gallantry, yeah, I know. And he doesn't have a marketplace either. But... he did get... Hold up. I remember him building into, like, he had elves. I think the AI starts with a little bit of resources, and this guy must have built a marketplace. Alright. No, he didn't have... did he? No, he didn't have a marketplace, but he just had... I guess he spent his starting 10 wood on the homestead, and build the arches and build the dwarf cottage, and that was basically that. Also had a single treasure chest and then like a few smaller fights. The Runes of Imminency is slightly better starting artifact than what I had, but yeah, also an incredibly poor biome. And then the Stronghold guy, as we saw, I think he had like Stone Skin, yeah, Stone Skin here. Cape of Conjuring. And did he have the... no, he didn't. Nobody had the marketplace. I saw the text of the marketplace and I'm just kind of checking. Maybe I got scammed, but I think everybody didn't have a marketplace. So, we went here. And yeah, I wanted to fight these with the Magnus in my army because they might join, but they didn't want to join. That's kind of fine. Ooh, Inexhaustible Lore card. We didn't see that one. I think one of the AIs that was defeated was carrying that. So a couple of the artifacts that we did find came from the black market. We defeated the other player. I didn't do this Cyclops stockpile. This would be 40 Cyclops, so it would be really hard to justify that. Ooh, followers. 8 Mind Force, sure thing. I'll leave these other followers inside here. And yeah, these guys followed. These guys didn't want to follow, that's fine. And Pegasi. So, for them, for the tower player, what did he have in the... just spell power here. Tower player was one of the luckier ones because he had the sawmill. So he could actually develop his town a little bit. He had what? He had the spell here. They had also a pretty tough guardian here with the champions. With a pretty decent artifact, the Shaman's Puppet behind it. Level 5 genies guarding the secondary town. Which, once again, doesn't have anything. Mummy's joining. It looks like maybe the zone is set to join a little bit. Because it looks like there's so many joiners here. If you get to the zone and you get like a random good joiner, you actually have a way to kickstart your game. So, yeah, this guy, also one of the guys with a sawmill. Sacrifice. I don't think he would be strong enough to take it, like wise enough to take it. What did he have in his shrine? And yeah, shrines, basically if they give you a good spell, one player can like benefit from it way more. Boots of speed here, so this would be a really good artifact. Monks guarding this town would be a little bit tough, and actually I think they were... no, they weren't fully blocking it. So that's good, I guess, for them. And then... Stormies, and let's check if the last player... If the last player also had... Yeah, they had some Grand Elves. I remember seeing that. Ooh, a lot of things joining here. Maybe that's based on a luck. Ooh, this guy actually gets an ore pile. And he is one of the guys who starts with the sawmill, so of course this guy was the one who scaled out of control. Because he could build his resource silo, because he had both of the resources, and then he would be getting more ore, so of course he was the one who built the hiders. He built his level 7 creature. Well, everybody else was struggling. Also, the tower guy had like a pretty easy time. And also the dungeon guy built up into tier 6s. But yeah, us three, the ore people, I guess we'll call us the ore people, besides the Stronghold who had the resource silo, we had like a basically super slow game. I could not build anything besides the first two creatures. So yeah, basically Magogs and Familiars would be my army until I found the sawmill, or I found the resource silo in this town. This guy would have a better time. He could like easily build in the behemoths. The Ogre Fort would still be a pretty big restriction. This guy, if he could build into a resource silo, he would not benefit much. He would get the enhanced spring basically. I guess he would have like two buildings, two dwellings, which are getting the crowd buildings. A really good tier 4 unit and a decent shooter. And a really good tier 1 unit, so actually the Rampart player would also be fine. I actually think I rolled the most difficult start in this map. That was unintentional, but I like it. Managed to power through this one. No Mage Guild gaming in this one, unfortunately, though. But, yeah. Not every game is the same, and I'm actually pretty happy that that's the case. This one was one of the more unique maps, I gotta say. We don't usually face challenges like not having access to wood at all. So, yeah. A bit of a new gameplay experience. I did enjoy this one. I think the map was interesting. Potentially a bit imbalanced. This could be one of those maps where you play against a less experienced opponent. So like you want to show your friend Heroes 3, you want to play a map, and you know, the first few maps, of course, you're going to be playing in a team with your buddy. But after that, you are like, hey, we should try playing against each other to see how our skill level measures. And then you could play as one of the factions here that starts with only Orpits, and he could play one of the factions that starts with sawmills. And the sawmill guy can get a marketplace, and at least from that way, he can, like, you know, build up his towns. That would be like a pretty balanced experience, if that makes sense. Anyway, I will stop rambling for the moment. I will thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Yeah, this map was really fun for me. Like, it was played completely differently than most of the other maps. Because of the resource restrictions. I think this would also be pretty fun in multiplayer, but in multiplayer probably you have one player with ore and one player with wood, and so you're basically expected to trade with each other. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'll thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next time, and I'm not sure when that will be. It could be today, this evening, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week. I have a custom map prepared to be, you know, played, but I think that one is gonna take like a long time, like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours to finish. I could be wrong, but let's just say I have a basic idea that the map is gonna take a pretty long time to finish. Might even be 2 sittings, if I'm not that lucky, if it's a bit more difficult than I thought. Anyway, I wish you all a good one. I was guest 273, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.